The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
What?
Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this White Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. This program starts right now. Football is awesome, and obviously we're clanging and banging microphones over here because we're in the middle of football season, and life is good. We are so incredibly lucky that we get to do this every single day, and we thank you for watching or listening wherever the hell you may be. Today's going to be a good one. Later in this particular hour, we're going to feel the beat, but it's not just going to be with beat writers from around the NFL. No, it's going to be from other sports that are happening. Jet Passon will join us to talk about baseball a little bit. Something's going on in Pittsburgh I don't like.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Pirates are being the Pittsburgh Pirates right now, and I don't like it one bit. And the universe is going to punish us forever. Paul Skeens, and I don't like this. I don't want to have to say this.
Okay.
He should have got drafted to a different team.
Yep, get him out of Pittsburgh.
Oh, no.
He did. We'll talk about that with Jet Passon because of what's happening in Pittsburgh for the Pirates and also everything else happening around baseball at this current time. It's about to matter. Baseball is about to matter. There's champagne celebrations happening. There's pennants being won. There's things taking... I don't fucking know.
Soon.
So anyways, we'll talk to Jet Passon. Then we'll talk to Shams Charania, obviously, who is currently working for The Athletic and FanDuel TV, but I do believe those contracts are coming up very soon. What's his future look like? Will he tell us anything? Probably not, but we will talk about basketball that's checking into training camp, I believe, next week already. The NBA is starting. What are the storylines going into that? And then also, we'll dive into the college football combos with a man who's a published author. Live in Hammer, Dahn, Tone Diggs. In a matter of moments, we appreciate the hell out of you, Tone. The Talk Table is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Con Man, sweet shirt.
Thank you very much. Right before the show, actually, AQ said, "Hey, cool dog on your shirt." I said, "No, AQ.
It's a panda.
This is a panda." But then you got to think about it. Is it?
It looks like a Cavalier King Charles.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
This guy.
What a pull.
Veterinarian.
That's
a good pull.
12-year NFL vet, Super Bowl champion player coach, Jackie Moon of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. AQ Shipley.
Thank you.
That's a great dog
The
pull
hell?
right there. And yeah, some animals look alike.
No, they do.
I don't need you feeding this conspiracy that old buddy thinks all pandas are fake because panda diplomacy is real, and it feels like we're going to need it.
we are.
Actually, funny enough, you should say that. Panda diplomacy is real in, the mainstream media, but allegedly China's taken back a couple more pandas from the Atlanta or the Washington, D.C. zoo. So actually, that diplomacy that, everybody's preaching maybe isn't real.
Those aren't pandas.
Those
okay?
easily could be pandas.
No, those are not pandas.
It says who?
In little zoom.
My eyes. Okay.
Can you trust your eyes on the internet these days? I don't think so.
That's not a panda either.
No.
These people dress like pandas because they're in panda land and they're trying to just
What's
blend
that?
in.
What's Panda Land?
Well, you know where it is. And also, pandas might be dumb. Okay,
Might be.
maybe pandas can't tell if it's a dog, a Cavalier Sir Charles, or a human dressed up like an asshole, or a child, whatever the case is.
What's that?
That's not on. That's on pandas being dumb. Maybe pandas being a little bit naive. Maybe pandas being too accepting. They want more in the crew. They want to do that. Not all pandas are fake though. And the fact you're wearing that shirt right in our face, and then you got AQ kind of quote tweet and retweeting what you're saying.
That's a good point.
I don't like it one bit.
Me neither.
9-year NFL vet is going to bring some sanity to the conversation. I don't know if you've seen these turtles. They're back up to it again.
I see.
Darius J. Butler is here.
Hey, bud.
Popping back up.
It's not just one turtle I do fear.
It's kind of you're looking for a good apple at this point, and I'm not seeing them. Not popping up.
Not possible.
No.
It does feel like a majority, strong majority of these turtles are racist.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
If not all.
I don't like it one bit, but this is the fact of the matter. Pandas, super naive, very accepting. Turtles, racist. Absolutely racist. Will turn and go the other way or attack just at the sight of a black This is not us. We didn't do this research. The internet has done it, and it's coming out more and more and more and more and more about these turtles. Look, just walking around the white. Excuse me, sir. No problems. Oh, what's that? And that's a black-on-black Air Forces too. I mean, that was a message from that turtle right there, and we need to make sure we keep our eyes out for these racist-ass turtles. And if we see any pandas in public, let's go ahead and make sure we tweet those to us too, so we can see real ones. And I don't need you dressing up looking like an asshole panda telling us that is what a panda is. Pandas are real.
Well,
panda diplomacy is something we need, okay, in the world we're in right now. There's a lot of things happening in the world.
Yeah, plenty.
Maybe pandas could bring us together.
Well, I mean, how are you even supposed to know if it's real or not? You got to check that thing, first of all.
Well, I'm not doing Steve Irwin what he would do to Crocs. Rest in peace, Steve Irwin.
Miss you, Steve.
Good man.
That fucking fish got him.
Yeah.
Stingray.
Guys jumping on Crocs and alligators, trying to find out if they're male or female. I'd be intrigued to see how that conversation goes nowadays.
Sure.
With what Steve Irwin's doing, all these animals.
I mean, he could probably save the turtles, figure out how to get them not to be so racist.
I don't think even he could do that.
Doubt it.
I think he's given up on the turtles.
What?
This guy's hugging Crocs, and then all of a sudden he goes out on a boat and he gets stabbed by what?
A stingray.
Stingray?
Barb to the heart.
Right to the heart.
Right to the heart. Killed him.
Damn.
Crikey.
Are
Words.
Are we sure that's how it happened? I mean, these days, who knows? Who knows what happened to
Don't you
Steve?
even think
Watch your
about that.
mouth.
I'm just saying, maybe he was even doing even greater things for society.
Oh, and they were a little bit worried.
And then someone else came in and said, we can't have this guy running his
Yeah, because a
mouth.
stingray?
Yeah, I mean, people are saying stuff about Aaron Carter these days. Who knows what happened with him?
Not just him. There's a lot of conversations happening about a lot of people on the internet. It is certainly hot in the streets out there. Hot in the tweets, we shall say. I'm seeing a lot of videos getting recycled from the past where all of a sudden they're like, you didn't take me serious then. How about now? How about now? How about now?
It kinda
And then they're like 6-7 minutes long. And these are the longest videos I'm watching on Twitter.
Yeah.
And boy, the names that I'm hearing and the things that are going on, whoa, it's a wild time. Guy won't eat any food because he thinks he's going to get poisoned. Well, so if he's afraid of that, has that happened in the
past?
Many times.
Yeah,
That he knows about.
it isn't wild. Let's get back to football.
Sure.
We'll talk hockey. Oh, no, we won't talk hockey.
Oh, come on.
Should talk hockey. Great hat over there. We'll talk basketball. We'll talk baseball. We'll talk college ball. But right now, let's talk a little bit about the NFL. The NFL's ratings are through the roof, up 10% versus last year's record-breaking year. 28 of the top 30, I think, television casts that have happened this year are NFL games. Congrats to the NFL players, coaches, organizations for putting out a product that people are paying attention to in a massive way. Sorry, 18 of 20, not 28 of 30, but I assume if you were to go to 30, it would probably be the same exact thing. The NFL released these numbers, obviously, to let everybody know, hey, we still are throwing our fastball. Okay, we still got it, even though people are calling our sport boring. And people are saying some of these games are a little bit lame. And touchdowns way down, field goals way up, field position becoming a premium as opposed to just being able to be wide open on the offensive side. The NFL want to remind people, even though you guys maybe it looks a little different than it has over the last few years, people still tuned in. People still passionate, which leads to 12-year NFL vet, Super Bowl champion AQ Shipley. What are the talking points in your mind coming out of Week 3, AQ Shipley?
I love when we get to Week 3 because you start to see the identities of every team come out. And let's start with the Carolina Panthers. There was one change, one big change, right? Andy Dalton stepped in and was unbelievable. When I turned on that film and some of the throws that I saw, I was like, this is absolutely insane. Let's take a look at this one. We get a behind view. We're going to get the tight end down
Shout out to NFL Pro on NFL Plus Premium.
That's right. Look at that. Now, let's go back a little bit. If we can rewind this just a tad. Okay, so when you see this, you got a linebacker, you got someone coming in from the left, and you got a safety over the top. He has a very small window to fit this in. Very small. This is Andy Dalton, right? We threw him away years ago as a backup quarterback. He comes in and looks unbelievable as a starter. Throws that over spine.
Oh, Chuba Hubbard, too. Big time pass protection pickup there.
Yep. Unbelievable. In between three people. And you could have pulled 50 clips from this game of him doing that. Obviously not 50. I'm being a little facetious. But probably 15, right? And at the end of the day, let's take a look at this one because you get the other side. Here we go. We get the deep dig coming in from his left. Look at that. Same thing. Three people in the vicinity, and he's fitting it in between all three. It's unbelievable. He looked incredible.
Okay, so let's talk about this Carolina Panthers move because obviously this does not look great for Bryce Young in the moment. Okay.
Sure.
You bench Bryce Young, you let the rookie who was number 1 overall last year maybe step back, get a chance to watch how an operation is run. Even though Andy Dalton had been there with him, Josh McCown was with him last year. There's a lot of quarterbacks that have had a lot of NFL time. Getting a chance to watch somebody else lead an organization, I think, is a massive benefit to a young quarterback. Aaron Rodgers just talked about it literally yesterday because he experienced it with Brett Favre, diagnosed with Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Hope you're okay.
T's and P's, which
T's
is
and P's.
thoughts and prayers.
That is a very serious. Yes, that's nothing negative.
Yeah, no, just to clarify.
That's nothing. Positive T's and P's too. Actually, we'll put that in that entire thing. But Bryce Young gets to watch Andy Dalton. Was it that obvious that Andy Dalton comes in there? Is everybody playing better around Andy Dalton? Do the plays just look better because of Andy Dalton? What's your takeaway from the tape? Like the offensive line, are they playing better? The wide receivers playing better because Andy Dalton's in there, or is it just literally put a new person in there, spinning it, and they're having success?
It's put one guy in there. It's put one guy in there. No. Their offensive line was incredible. Yeah. Listen, but the one thing that we can say is, and we talked about this, Bryce Young has had 3 different coordinators, right? Or 2 different coordinators.
3 years.
3 years, 3 different coordinators. So when you do that, and you take a guy like Andy Dalton and you plug and play him, he has an understanding of overall NFL knowledge, right? So he can plug and play no matter what system he's in. He knows what a dig route looks like. Yep. He knows what he knows what coverages are. He knows where the ball should go in every scheme. So when you plug and play a veteran who's been there, it's going to look a lot different than a young guy who's still trying to figure it out. It took me 3 years to figure everything out.
Are you giving up on Bryce Young or no?
I think a change of scenery will be great for him.
Okay, so you're saying him getting Trey Lance opportunity whenever he goes to Dallas, maybe learn a little bit more. He'll get an opportunity to maybe play again. He's going to have to prove it then, because if not, then it becomes, off and running town to town.
And sitting can help him. Learning and watching Andy go through.
The boys were talking about a backpack he had on a couple weeks ago.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
it's worse than the one from this week.
He looked like a 6th grader, which wasn't great. But that's that's not really his fault. I mean, it's not his fault. They stunk when he got drafted, and then it was like the expectation. That's what everyone's been saying is, hey, go out and win. You won at Alabama. Like, I don't know if he was ever really set up for success to begin with.
Well, Andy Dalton goes in there and he does. That's the
Dalton's a dog.
Right
Dalton
away.
is a dog. How long will this ride? Tone Diggs live from Hammer. Dad. I know with the fired coach, new coach, gambling bump, normally the week after a coach is fired, good result for the team. It's like a freshness, everybody trying to reprove themselves. For the bench quarterback, how long does this last? Andy Dalton, I did not see those throws that you just put out there. Those were
he was
those were dots.
All game.
Yeah.
And the resurgence of quarterbacks that are like his age around the league right now are obviously high. Tone Diggs, what does Gombler say about maybe week 2 after a quarterback comes back or a quarterback change?
It's a little different than the coaching bump for going from the head coach to the interim coaching bump, because normally that interim coach is on the staff and the team necessarily as players isn't getting any better. It's just a bump of motivation, a bump of wanting to play for the new interim coach, whatever. Unless you're Jeff Saturday and coming in he even got a 1-game bump.
Watch it.
Sorry, that's on me. That's on me.
The way you word things.
Go Colts this weekend.
Why are you doing that? You're doing reverse? Yeah.
No, I would never do that. I would never do that. But with the Andy Dalton situation and this quarterback situation, sometimes when you get in these situations, the team gets better because the quarterback is better. So this one with the Panthers,
are the Panthers for real?
Going for weeks.
Andy's not, he's not like a fluky. He's not, I don't want to call the pasture not fluky, but he hasn't had the experience and the success.
The race of space is a big deal.
And the success that over extended period of time that Andy Dalton has had. So we know he can play good quarterback. Now, will he play good quarterback for the next 5 years? Probably not. We know as a season, the other players, we talked about it the other day, when you're running out that tunnel and hey, you're starting quarterback, all right, we know this guy stinks. We're going to have to, we got to score on defense. We got to make great plays on special team to have a chance to win this game. That's not the case with Andy Dalton. We know, hey, we do. Everybody is back to base one. Everybody do their job, and we can win this game. And I feel like that's where the Panthers are right now.
How many seasons did he win 11 games straight there for Cincinnati? He was on a run.
I mean, he's got 40,000 career yards or something like that. Like he's no slouch.
But nobody, clear. He does not get chatted about though at all as a guy who has 40,000 yards. And he shows up for Carolina, and the way he handled that. Smile on his face whenever he got the opportunity.
Yeah.
Didn't want to bury Bryce, though. Didn't want to bury Bryce Young. But I think he knew. I think because he had a pretty good understanding of Canales' offense. He's probably been in something similar in the past. And then he's watching film with Bryce Young. And obviously the eye in the sky is a lot easier to make decisions, but he's seeing stuff that Bryce is doing. He's probably trying to help, but he's also like, hey, man, we're not going there with this particular.
Yeah.
And it's just like Dalton's got to be feeling very good, especially after that week. What's the second talking point?
Let's talk about the Baltimore Ravens. They got back to doing what they like to do, and that is utilizing the offensive line and getting Patrick Ricard. 3 of their biggest runs this past weekend came out of 22 personnel with Ricard in the backfield. Not single back runs, not anything else. Offensive line played better. They hammered the run game, and here you go. Look at the fullback. I got two plays maybe coming later, but you got Ricard right there leading on the fullback toss. He doesn't get touched for 10 yards. And all three of their runs with Ricard, their biggest runs of the game, came with Ricard either in the backfield or fitted as the tight end wing.
He didn't have any contact there, but the reason why there was no contact is because he's running there and people are
He's a 300-pound
fullback. Which kind of
fullback
leads
in
to
the
the Dallas Cowboys, right?
That's exactly
That
right.
defense.
And their run fits are terrible, and we'll get to that at some point too.
No, let's get to it. Baltimore, we're all the way back.
Baltimore is getting all the way back.
Offensive line played better this week.
Offensive line was better, and they stuck to the run game, and the quarterback runs were great.
Okay, let's talk about the Cowboys defense quickly. Everybody's just talking about them being crop, pretty much.
Their run fits are just atrocious. They're moving around blocks, and Darius knows. Everything is gap-oriented.
People are calling them soft. Is that
big time?
You can call it whatever you want. If you want to call soft, you sure, because you're jumping around blocks. That's typically what people say because you're not taking on the contact, right? And so if you have the B gap and you're the backside B gap and the guard's taking you got to fit them up and you got to hold the B gap. If you're jumping around the play trying to make it, now you open up a huge hole, and that's when you get the big gaping holes and they're out.
Is that Zimmer? What do you think is the issue?
No, I think it's the personnel from Dan Quinn trying to fit into Mike Zimmer's defense.
Oh, we talked about this with Atlanta. They have an offensive line that's like built for zone. They had them doing one-on-one straight up because they're in a transition period. So going from Dan Quinn, who's now at the Commander's backwards hat, they're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
They're seemingly doing it. His defense, vastly different than Zimmer's defense, the people that are running it?
Completely different. And listen, when you look at Dan Quinn, everything with him is speed, speed, speed. So they were built for speed, and now you plug in Zimmer, who's a pretty physical type defensive coordinator, and you're trying to fit these people in this scheme. Fit and scheme are everything. We talk about it on offense. It's the same for defense.
Absolutely. And regardless of what you call, regardless of what personnel you have, when you are the coach, it does fall on you because to your point, they're not fitting gaps. So even if I'm, a 225-pound linebacker, I still got to get in the gap. And with the Baltimore run game, which I'm sure you'll get into more later, it's a lot of moving parts. There's motions going this way. You got an escort coming back that way. So then your gaps move. So now I was a backside B-gap defender, and now after all that, post-snap, now I'm a front-side B-gap defender. So everybody's got to be on that same string, that same page, and it's not right now. So you have to put that on the coaches, on the position coaches, and on, obviously, the defensive coordinator.
Well, Atlanta blended, right? They said, all right, this isn't working, so we're going to have to go to some zone concepts to help out our offensive line. Zimmer, seemingly, going to have to change the way he does things?
There's so many egos in this business, right? Like, I think there's a lot of coordinators, which leads me to the next point.
Okay.
Because when you talk about what LaFleur has done in Green Bay, he very easily could have gotten a guy in Malik Willis and said, this is what I do, this is what I've done with Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love over the last couple years, but he didn't. In my opinion, I think he took a deep dive back to 2018.
Okay.
Because that's what coaches do. You go back and you go back into the bag of what you did in yesteryear. And when he had Marcus Mariota, you will take a look at this. You get the arc that Ty showed the other day, and you get the cut, and you got Marcus Mariota on the zone read. Here's another clip. Same exact play. Fake the zone. Boom. Get him out. You got the escort blocker with the fullback, and he's out in front. And then here's a clip, if we go to the next one, of him doing the exact same thing. You fake the dive. You got the escort with Malik Willis. This is Matt LaFleur going back to 2018, bringing some of his old stuff back to fit the player that he had in Malik Willis.
So we're saying LaFleur, good ball coach.
He could have very easily just said, hey, we're going to drop back and do what Jordan Love does, but he didn't. He fit the old scheme to his personnel and made a damn good team out of 3 weeks.
So we're giving him his LaFleur's.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we're giving LaFleur's.
I think so.
I'm happy we're doing that. And you came in here and you said this morning, he's like, LaFleur's doing 2018 stuff. And it was like, thank you for saying that. I don't know if anybody else has said that. Then you start watching the film and it's like Delaney Walker, instead of blocking the end there, which is natural, have him actually go around and takes himself out of the play pretty much. Now you have a lead blocker for the quarterback who's an extra runner. So anytime the quarterback's a runner, you got all 11 people have to be defended. Now you put him on a pitch, put Pack on an island there. Yeah. You got to take the pitch man, you do that entire thing. Then for him to do that for Green Bay, the exact same stuff. It's like, hey, Malik, Marcus, pretty similar. And remember what LaFleur was doing with Tennessee, got him the head coaching job in Green Bay, and nobody really knew who the hell he was. I like that he goes back into a deep bag of trick. LaFleur, the guy this year, seemingly.
No, yeah. I mean, like I said, in years past, I have definitely had my gripes with him at different points in time. But I think if you're a Packers fan, after watching especially these last 2 weeks, they look so good. I mean, we always talk about, like, when a backup quarterback comes in, how different it looks, and then just like the fan base in general being like, okay, well, there's no way we're going to win this game. That drop-off is so drastic, especially when you pay Jordan Love $55 million. Like, when they traded for Malik Willis 18 days ago, we all know what everyone else, well, at the time of his first start, but we all know what everyone else around the league has said of this guy. Like, hey, he can't play. Like, this guy is not going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. He didn't get an opportunity in Tennessee, and then, or when he did, it was just like, yeah, we're not doing that. And for LaFleur to come in and, again, kind of swallow his pride a little bit and be like, okay, because he could have. And that's kind of what happened with the Jordan Love stuff. But for them to look as good as they have the last 2 weeks, and then now I'm just excited for what he's going to do when Jordan Love actually does come back.
Hey, great job hosting the Shefty podcast.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Great work on that, AQ. Excited to follow up on those talking points later in the day. Also, who's the OG in the trenches top 5 performing offensive linemen or offensive lines from week 3?
Can't wait.
We're going to find out.
We are.
I heard people get real excited whenever they see their team on the top 5 there, AQ.
I love it. I love everything about it. I love getting the text messages, especially from teams in divisions where other people in the division make it, and they're like, the hell are we doing? What about us? We were pretty good this week, too.
Why don't you start watching more film, AQ? How about him pulling up 2018? This looks like 2018.
Love it. Incredible.
It's phenomenal. There's other sports happening, ladies and gentlemen, and it's our job as a sports show to let people know what you need to know about these sports. This isn't specifically for me, who doesn't know anything happening in any other sport. This is for the audience.
That's right.
Because that's what type of program we are. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to feel the beat. Foxy, what are we doing? I thought we're feeling the beat.
Yeah, I'm not used to this with, the likes of the guys that are coming on this time. I'm used to the local beat reporters. Totally my fault.
Oh, no.
It's
okay.
Totally
it's
my
okay,
fault.
Foxy. A lot of things
I was prepping for the segment.
Oh, it's okay. Hey, I like what you're doing back there, Foxy.
No, that was bad.
And I should have been able to carry that beat out a little bit longer, but I didn't put enough oxygen in these lungs.
That was bad. That was my fault.
There's going to be more oxygen in these lungs, though, because Gumpy and I are starting to train for TST starting this week.
Here we go.
Whoa.
Maybe next week.
Sure.
You're starting now. It's pretty early.
Starting now. That's what I learned I needed.
Coming for the Millie.
I hit 2 free kicks in one game, ripped a hip flexor, so maybe we should do a little preparation.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Get these lungs a little bit better. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is somebody that's going to make us better for the world of sport that is about to take place. Baseball is a long season, but it's about to matter more than ever. Ladies and gentlemen, senior insider for the MLB, for ESPN, Jet Pass. Hey. Jet, how we doing, pal?
Gentlemen. I'm doing great. I had no idea Bill Goldberg had such great football takes. Unbelievable.
Whoa. It's a hell of a compliment. I'll take Bill Goldberg all the time.
No, you look great, AQ. It was good. It was good stuff. I learned stuff right there. I love this. Is a good football program. As somebody who needs to be an educated Kansas City Chiefs fan and wants to go to the game and point things out.
Well,
I see what you guys are talking about, and I'm smarter for it. So thank you.
Okay, we're trying to make people smarter in their football conversations around. A lot of journalists don't notice that, so we appreciate the greatest journalist walking for pointing that whole thing out. Kansas City Chiefs, I want to let you know, the boys have been watching a lot of film on the Kansas City Chiefs and their offense, and we're not doing a segment on it because we don't want to be a part of it, but there is potential drama brewing over there on that offensive side. Just from what now they might be hand selecting plays to show me from some Chiefs haters potentially in this entire thing. But boy, they're telling me Travis is open.
Whoa.
That's what this guy is saying.
Pat, hold on a second.
Blame it on Goldberg.
Let me just say this as somebody who does not break down film but does watch the Chiefs pretty religiously. Patrick Mahomes has not been Patrick Mahomes, and they are still 3-0. So I kind of don't give a damn that the offense isn't clicking the way that it needs to be right now, because truth is, when it matters, it always does. And that's the point with the Chiefs. What makes them so good, my son, God bless him, he was complaining the Chiefs are winning like the Patriots used to. Okay. If you want to be a spoiled, arrogant, narcissistic, rotten Kansas City Chiefs fan, start talking about how they're too much like the Patriots. Yeah. The child needs to be quiet, frankly. Not just about the Chiefs, but period. But you're getting into that rarefied territory, Pat, when you start complaining that they are too much like the greatest dynasty in sports that we've seen in the last half century.
Jet, I agree with you. And the refs are now on your guys' side. It is it's a never-ending conversation for you guys at the top of the mountain. You've been a Chiefs fan your whole life?
No, I moved to Kansas City and my child liked the Chiefs, so I had to adopt them to. And also the Browns moved when I was like in high school. So you want to talk about like getting your heart broken by, you know what? Shut up.
Yeah, that was Nick.
Put the camera back on.
Yeah, that was Nick back there.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Talk. Yeah, you enjoyed Justin Fields.
3-0.
Deshaun and Justin Fields, I think you put stats next to each other, there'd be a lot more happy faces in Pittsburgh than Cleveland. But nonetheless, you're a Chiefs fan now, and you're living the high life. I was about to say, if you were a Chiefs fan your entire life, there's a lot of down times.
Oh, yeah.
So for them to have good times right now, just like the Patriots before the dynasty, it is a good time to be a Chiefs fan. I hope they all enjoy it.
I am fully, admittedly bandwagon, and I am okay with that.
Way to go.
You grow up in Cleveland, you deserve good things.
I agree.
Because sports does not give them to you when you live in Cleveland.
Hey, that's Darius Butler football.
That's right. Find your team. Don't let one organization control your happiness, Jet.
Let's talk about your sport now, shall we? There's one organization in the city I grew up that has been awful at baseball for a long time. And, hook, line, sinker, I bought in because they got a guy who's maybe the best pitcher of all time to come into baseball when it's all said and done. Now, I'm only saying that because I watched this guy dominate and sell out a stadium here in Indianapolis. I saw him dominate down at LSU. I heard he hadn't been pitching for a long time, so his arm is still young. He's still only getting better, and he was doing shit that vets were doing, and he was going to lead the Pirates to the promised land. Here we are.
Yep.
Okay, he's not. Okay, he's doing great.
Yep.
But it's the Bugatti in the trailer park.
Yep.
This is the situation we got happening. And then now, the Pittsburgh Pirates are basically tempting the universe and the baseball gods to continue to ruin their existence. Now, I've learned a lot of things about this Rowdy Tellez guy. Heard he's not that good at baseball. With that being said, 4 more at-bats, he gets a $200,000 bonus, and the Pirates go, you know what? Let's actually send this guy down. You're done. You're not going to do that. He could easily pick that up, I guess, in one game. So they are actually playing with fate here, seemingly. How often does this type of shit take place? Is it always the Pirates? And what does this mean as a whole, you think, for the Pittsburgh Pirates organization, Jet?
It is not always the Pirates, Pat. This sort of thing does happen. It's not frequent, but let's go back to spring training this year when J.D. Davis, who had beaten the San Francisco Giants in arbitration, which is how you determine your salary, and was supposed to get a $6.9 million salary to play third base for the Giants, they go out and sign Matt Chapman, and they cut J.D. Davis, and because he had won that salary in arbitration, was only guaranteed $1.1 million. So the $200,000 compared to the $5.8 million that J.D. Davis lost was a little different. But I think the important point here is not to focus on how the Pirates screwed Rowdy Tellez out of $200,000. It's to look at the Pirates and to look at Bob Nutting and to ask, why is Rowdy Tellez your first baseman in the first place? Why aren't you going out and getting better players? Why don't you sign Christian Walker or Pete Alonso or someone this winter to go and be a part of the core of that lineup long term? Why are you always playing for short term with little money? Why do you have an $86 million payroll to open the season when the rest of the sport at the top has $300+ million? How do you continue to exist as a Major League Baseball owner who theoretically wants to win a championship and do so pinching pennies? This is what happens. This, Pat, is the consequence of ownership that does not treat things seriously. And I feel bad for Ben Sherrington and for everybody else who's trying to run this organization and win when there simply is not the money there to go out and do it. And it puts you in a position to make moves like this where, frankly, Rowdy Tellez should have been gone from this lineup months ago, but Pirates didn't want to go out and spend any money.
Rowdy's getting screwed out of 200 racks. Let's not make sure we continue to bury him and how bad he is at baseball. But with that being said...
Well, he's not. He hasn't had a good year. He's been a good baseball player. He's a great guy, good clubhouse guy, but if you are, Pat, if you're trading for guys at the deadline this year to go out and actually try and win ball games like the Pirates did, then you need to have a first baseman in there who's producing more than a sub 700 OPS.
I'd like to say this, and we'll kind of echo our sentiments from the past, even though this year might have been different because Paul Skeens literally fell in our lap, right? Because we suck so bad, and he ended up being up at the right time, and then we get a guy who's historic and groundbreaking. Hey, not even sell a team, dude. It's just as easy as that. Sell a team. You know, he's got that face that makes you think to this guy, how is this guy in charge of anything? And then you remind yourself, there's only so many professional sports teams owners, and this guy can just hang on forever. Like the MLB will never force this guy out, right? That'll never happen?
Nope.
Cuban is allegedly, who's a Yinzer, has offered money before. There's been people that have tried to buy the Pirates allegedly before from this man. He says, no way. And then away marked, there he is. That's the owner of the Pittsburgh Pirates right there.
He's a nice guy.
Where's it? Hold on, show the rest of that photo, right?
Well, yeah, the kid that's with, this has already been cropped. I guess we have already cropped it just to showcase his face. But yeah, the kid taking a photo with him actually has a Sell a Team shirt on.
He does.
That may or may not have came from our merch store. So, I mean, it's a whole scene over there. But once again, the Pittsburgh Pirates are the Pittsburgh Pirates. And it sucks for another generation of Yinzers that are going to watch a team in a sport that could be beloved by a lot of the youth in Pittsburgh. Instead, it's just like, that place a laughing stock. Why would we do that? Just give Rowdy Tellez his money. And then tell him congratulations on a great MLB career. And then let's get some players in there around Paul Skeens. That's never going to happen, but we can hope. Ty has a question for you, Jet Passon.
Yeah, Jet, I think a lot of casual fans and people who don't really pay attention to baseball, like they see all the Ohtani stuff, and obviously what he's doing is outer worldly. But in terms of Aaron Judge and the Yankees and also Soto, like, has there ever been a better 1-2 punch than those two guys? I mean, like in recent memory in the last 50 years. And also, do you think the Yankees can actually win a World Series this year? I know when we had you on before the season, you weren't very high on them, and they obviously still have several holes. But do you think if Judge and Soto continue to play the way they have been for the last 2 months or so, that the Yankees could win a World Series this year?
There has been a better 1-2 punch than Aaron Judge and Juan Soto, Ty, and it's Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. Like, that is literally how far back we have to go, an entire century, to see two teammates who have had seasons concurrently like Judge and Soto have. It's beyond belief how good they are and how good they are together.
Is that the Green Monster?
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Yeah. Aaron Judge can hit a ball over any fence in any stadium anywhere in the world. He's got 56 home runs this season. I mean, he's got he could hit one over the Great Wall of China.
That's a good question, actually, depending upon how far away he stands from the Great Wall of China, though, I believe.
Yeah. I think he's got the ability to do it.
Did the Great Wall of China work? Man, it was
yeah.
It did work.
Oh, yeah. The Mongolians had no idea what to do.
How long? It's so long.
I believe 30,000, I believe.
Think about how much time. Everybody talks about the pyramids, obviously, as you should, and how, that whole thing. But, like, the Great Wall of China is very...
You can see it from space.
Yeah, anything you can see from space.
Yep.
That 100% true.
Over the last 2,500 years, it worked well, only being breached twice. Okay.
Not bad.
I think the Great Wall of China.
I want to know who breached it.
Some badass.
Aliens, people say.
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole other conversation. Anyways, yeah. We think Judge could hit a bomb over. It could be breached 3 or 4 times, Judge and Soto, the way they're swinging the bat.
Come on.
That's what Jet's saying right now.
Well, here's the thing. Back to the Yankees. Ty, you're right. I was not particularly bullish on the Yankees at the beginning of the season, but I also didn't think this was going to be a Major League Baseball season where nobody's really all that good. I mean, the top run differential in the sport is the Yankees at like plus 145 right now. They've outscored their opponents by 145 runs. That's the lowest mark in a decade plus at this point. And so there's a lot of parity around baseball. And this is coming after a year, remember, where we had like a 90-win Texas Rangers team against an 84-win Arizona Diamondbacks team in the World Series. So, yes, I could absolutely see the Yankees winning this year, and I could absolutely see the Yankees bombing out in the division.
Oh, no. Yankees fans will very much be bummed. Let's talk about the playoffs that start very soon. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Jed, how are we looking with the wild card? Everyone loves that because it's a pretty quick series. I saw yesterday the Tigers are on a historic run after being basically out of it in August. Are there any other teams like that? And are they set already, or is there a chance that some of these teams fall out and others slide in over these next couple weeks?
Yeah, it's the next couple of days. Like, this is all going to be over on Sunday, and by that point, Detroit and Kansas City could be out, And Seattle and Minnesota could be in. In the National League, you've got 3 teams going for 2 spots right now. And the Mets and the Braves play 2 more games over the next couple of days. And then you've got Arizona, which has had the best offense in baseball this year, and they've lost 3 in a row right now. And it's not looking great there. So the last week has serious important playoff implications, guys. And Detroit's just a really interesting team because they sold at the trade deadline. Like, they traded Jack Flaherty, who was their second best pitcher and probably the best player at all, to move to the Los Angeles Dodgers. They traded 3 more veteran players. They really were trying to look toward the future, but it turns out they brought up a bunch of young players, youngest lineup in Major League Baseball right now, and there's like a really good vibe in Detroit, and they're a team to be reckoned with, not just now, but really in the future too.
Okay, last question, because this is way too much baseball in the middle of football season already, okay? But I do like the fact that we picked up a baseball bat here in September going into October. Okay? Because October matters. I don't know if now's the time for me to hit a dinger. Job was right there.
You can do that?
No, I can't. Yeah, obviously, you can't hit softballs. Why'd they pick those? I mean, they deliberately made me look like an asshole. They deliberately made me look like an asshole. That is certainly a conversation.
I like
back-to-back jacks. Yeah, you like it, of course, because you're a journalist. That is absolutely. I want to let you know. That had not sit well with me live in a moment. Like, okay, these people make me look like an absolute asshole out here. Now, last question. Who's going to win this thing? Who do I need to actually pay attention to?
I think the best team, Pat, is the Philadelphia Phillies.
Wow.
And you look at that roster, and they have got stars. It's Bryce Harper, and it's Trey Turner, and it's Kyle Schwarber, and it's JT Realmuto, and Alec Boehm's taking a step forward. Zach Wheeler at the front of the rotation with Aaron Nola and Christopher Sanchez.
Oh, my God.
Boehm, B-O-H-M.
You're gonna get boned by bone when the Phillies at home. The guy's a dog, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
He is a good ball player.
And Miles Teller's going to be there.
Without a doubt.
Probably Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Pat, I feel like you need to go and see a game in Philadelphia, like a playoff game.
When are they?
When are they? Going to be coming up a week from Saturday, I think, is going to be the first game.
I'm going to watch. It is super electric from over there. And it would
really
be,
is.
It would be nice to get into the crowd. And I think last year I had the same reaction with how awesome they were. I was like, damn, I didn't know that's how baseball crowds.
Who made the fart noise? Who's the fart noise from there? It's Connor. Yeah, it sounded like Connor.
Yeah, we're in full.
Yeah, you just sad about the Red Sox, Connor.
Oh
sad
yeah,
about the
man.
Patriots?
I've been broken up about them all week, man. I need the Red Sox to be good so bad. I'm crushed.
Sad little panda.
Look, he's got the hockey hat on. He's already and basketball's around the corner.
See this, Jet? I'm coming off a title, bitch. So I don't need another one.
All right, we appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait. What did you do?
What did I do?
What did you do?
I went to war every night for my team, Jet. I'm not a bandwagon Chiefs fan like you, brother. I live and breathe this shit.
Oh, yeah. You can tell.
You're the man, Jet. We know you live and breathe baseball, and we appreciate that.
I do.
Hopefully we'll talk to you again here soon since baseball matters now.
I appreciate that. I look forward to it.
Why did everybody think I was taking a shot at baseball when I said I'm not talking about the baseball game, obviously? Why did everybody think that?
Because you were.
No, I was supporting Alex Smith. I was supporting Alex Smith in his journalism. I was not taking a shot at the baseball existing in the same exact photo. Obviously, there at the end, certainly did come a little passive-aggressive after you read it back to me, after you tweeted it back to me. This is certainly a shot, is what you said to me, and you were right. I apologize to baseball. Baseball matters right now. Let's pay attention to it. Ladies and gentlemen, Jet Passer. Thank you, brother. Baseball doesn't matter for a long time, though, but it does matter now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jack Flaherty. Big fan.
Dude, they got rid of him.
It's unbelievable.
And then it got better.
Yeah. What were they doing, man?
We get to see Shohei on the big stage, finally. I'm excited.
Oh, that is the only thing we should have asked about, but that's on me. We'll do it next week.
Yeah, we got time.
When Jet comes back. Mm-hmm. How many more months left in baseball?
I mean, November will be when it's over, so we got about a month left.
So whenever they say you're Mr. October, I mean,
yeah, they kind of changed that because we
need more baseball.
Yeah, the World Series now ends in the first weekend of November.
Of Why don't we push that shit back to Christmas?
Well, you don't want to be playing baseball when it's ice cold outside. I mean, you remember, you get jammed when it's cold out. It's going to hurt
What was
your
that guy's
pinkies
name
big
that pitched
time.
me? Do we remember the guy?
Jack Flaherty, right?
No, I don't think it was Jack. Maybe it was Jack. That guy was drafted by a Brewer.
Yeah, I believe he's of Dominican descent. I do not remember his name, though.
He threw that fastball close.
Definitely Jack.
Could have been.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
What's that about?
A lot of Jacks. A lot of Jack pitchers.
Oh, okay.
A lot of Jack.
Yeah, a lot of jock. Yeah, this guy
Yeah.
was jocked.
Yeah.
Jam, he broke thumb.
Yeah, exactly.
First time in batter's box.
Yep.
Damn.
It was tough. Made contact though. Fucking saw it. 93 miles an hour. Yeah, I got eyes on it.
Plus, we know who owns Christmas now, unfortunately.
The NFL took it from. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now on Feel the Beat. That was pretty good by you.
Thanks.
I'm surprised you weren't doing the.
Yeah.
You weren't doing the ski.
Yeah, you know what we're talking about. Joining us now, senior NBA
Good
insider for the for the Athletic and FanDuel TV currently, ladies and gentlemen, Sham Sharon.
I think this is my first Feel the Beast appearance, so I'm honored. I can't wait. That looked like
Feel the what? What do we call it?
Feel the Beast. That's what you guys.
Oh my God,
No,
this guy sucks.
That's
Hang up.
AQ's dance
Hang
move.
up.
Come on.
This guy, Feel the Beat.
Start this thing over.
But we're beasts though. But we're also in beast mode out here.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
what I want. We gotta change the name. Change the name for me. Change the name.
Okay, we will actually. That is something to think about. That is actually not a bad idea. We got Feel the Heat too coming right down the pipe at some point. Feel the Beast is not a bad idea. I mean, kind of interesting right now with everything going on in the feeling of the beast. You know, there is. We'll probably stop with that. But
Back burner.
Shams. NBA's happening, next week? This is when this whole thing starts. All teams are reporting on the same day. Tyrese Halliburton, who is a part of Movado Watches, he's a model now. He said yesterday he checks in next Tuesday. Is that everybody, or are we this? Is the NBA season about to start?
A lot of teams starting on the 30th, going into October 1. A lot of training camps start this weekend, going into early next week. But listen, the Celtics, Nuggets, they just had their media day yesterday. The Clippers had media day. Oklahoma City today with Sam Presti. They're addressing the media today. So teams are starting to get underway. You'll see JJ Redick, Rob Pelinka, the Lakers brass. They're going to address the media here very soon as well. So around the league, teams, executives, they're starting up. A lot of the team players are all going to start trickling in. I think, you look at this weekend as we get closer to the 30th, and everything will be underway by the 1st of the month.
Okay, so let's talk about a couple of those teams that you just mentioned there. We'll start with Los Angeles, obviously. LeBron and Bronny, I heard are playing night one, right?
Ooh.
That's what I heard. I read on internet. It made it into my algorithm. A lot of stuff made it into my algorithm.
With
a lot of stuff. But that one most specifically there. Bron and Bronny are going to be playing on night one. That's like a guarantee seemingly at this point. Is that accurate?
I think they're trying to figure out exactly what that's going to look like. I think it's going to happen early in the season, but what I do know is LeBron James, Bronny James have already been through multiple workouts together, individually,
in the driveway,
together in short.
We see him in the driveway. Mm-hmm. He's called himself the GOAT. Remember that?
In small group settings, in full scrimmage settings, they're very much already on the court together, and they're playing and they're practicing a lot. They've been on the court for the last little bit at the facility. And as training camp ramps up, as the Lakers get a better understanding of how to approach Bronny James' season, when he's going to play on the court, it's a historic moment. It's going to happen. It's going to happen probably early and allow the history aspect of it. It's never happened in the NBA. So allow the history to take shape, to go on. And then from there, I think the Lakers can kind of move on to an extent. But they don't know exactly where Bronny James is going to totally fit in to their roster yet. They want to see how training camp goes. But listen, G League season is going to start a little bit after the NBA gets underway, and then they're going to have to figure out a plan of where that goes. Because realistically, second-round picks, those types of guys, they spend time in the G League to some extent, and I do think that is going to be a part of the full Bronny James development plan.
I'm excited. Them doing a high five after a bucket.
Oh, my God.
That'd be
Hey,
cool.
what if they throw an oop to each other? Oh, my God.
Bronny ain't playing a minute in the G League. Not one. He might start the NBA season.
What are you talking about? Rich Paul says it's all good.
T-Rod.
When he came on the program, he said that there's a whole plan. We're patient. We understand this entire thing.
I believe
What
it.
if there's a Dwayne Wade oop off the backboard
my God.
photo?
Very possible. Very possible. Would be a very photogenic moment right there. Like
it
that
would be very like you are.
That would be on posters. That would be everywhere. But I think, listen, Bronny James, they don't know exactly his role on the team. It's hard to say, okay, he's going to spend the entire year in the G League because training camp hasn't started yet. JJ Redick said it at the press conference. He said it multiple times, publicly, privately. Like, he is high on Bronny James as a basketball IQ player. How does that translate in training camp? I think you have to give every player a shot. But DB, like, if you're a second-round pick in the NBA, you're going to be playing some amount of time in the G League. That's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
His name's Bronny James.
Bronny James.
Oh, okay. We'll see. I'll believe it when I see it. All right.
He's going to be Paul Skeens here in Indianapolis, selling out every arena in G League.
Obviously, Sean's much more plugged in than me, but I'll believe it.
He's very plugged in, which is good news, I think, for any network.
The most plugged in.
Just re-signed or just got NBA rights.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This dude's literally sitting right now just on a situation that couldn't be more new rights deal.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, new players into the NBA world. One of them, the deepest pockets in the history of any business.
Yeah,
by far.
By far. The other one wants to basketball.
Give me the ball because I'm gonna dunk it.
Back in the game.
Yeah.
And then obviously worldwide leader is obviously going to be very interested with everything. And then you got a retirement out of nowhere to sing. It's like, hey, Shams, proud of you, buddy.
Hey, baby Shams.
Proud of you. You've earned this shit, though.
You know, I appreciate the support. This is 5 years running. I still remember when we first did this in 2020 during the pandemic and during COVID times. That was a crazy moment in time, and obviously I couldn't have imagined doing it with anyone else and giving information with you guys. So appreciate the support. Just going through the process, baby. Just going through the process.
Hey, we're proud of you. Just know that you've worked your ass off for this entire thing. It's been documented. You've obviously earned your stripes in this entire thing. And for us, you've always been great. You've been a representation of basketball for our program for this entire time. So we're proud of you, man, no matter what your decision is. No matter what your decision is. Now, I assume there might be...
I appreciate you guys. It's all love. It's all love. You know how much I appreciate you guys.
All right, good shit. Now, on that note, D-Butt's got a question.
Yeah, you have earned it. I hope you enjoy it. I am extremely disappointed. I have still yet to see that Wilt Chamberlain video that you said you were going to find for me. But I do want to know...
It's hard. I've made some calls. It's hard. That footage...
Why is it so hard?
I need to get different angles. I might be able to get different angles of the picture, but it's hard to get footage there. I did make some calls. I didn't get any text messages or responses back.
But more importantly, onto something that's actually going to happen. Are you going to break your own free agency news when you actually sign? Are you going to break that?
Pat might break it before I do. You guys might hear before I do. I have no idea about anything. All I know is right now the NBA season's going on, or it's about to start.
What?
We're focused on basketball here. Let people who need to figure out the business part figure out the business part. I would hope I know. I would hope I can break my own news. Hopefully.
Yeah, I would too. We need to dump everything you just said. Sean's going to be a part of the decision process for his own life and his own business, and he will break his own news. If not, maybe he sends a text, and says, "Hey, this is kind of happening," like maybe others have done in the past.
Sure.
To this entire thing. Shams, we're proud of you, brother, though. Yeah. Legitimately. Very, very proud of you. You've earned all of this. Can't wait to see it. Now, speaking of earning things, there's a champion, seemingly, that's going to be back in the hunt. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Shams, let's talk about the best team in the NBA, the Boston Celtics, and it's not really close at this point in time.
That's your trophy, BC. That's your trophy, please.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Trophy. Lift it. Can we lift it? Can you lift
I guess I'll be your pump because it is for the Celtics. That's fine. I kissed it yesterday. I usually do every day. But what's the chances here that we're looking at a Celtics repeat? And is Joe Mazzulla just in the ears of Tatum and Jaylen Brown telling them how they're not good enough to be both on the USA team and play for the USA team because Tatum didn't play 2 games? And then is Porzingis going to come back at all in 2024? Or is this going to be like, hey, let's just get to the playoffs and then you can play basketball?
Well, they're the favorites. Like the Celtics, how deep this roster is, they are the favorites going into the season. They've won the championship. And you think about, I think I said it when I came on the show early August, right around Olympic time. Jason Tatum, he was telling people around USA Basketball, and this was something that people on USA Basketball heard, like he really took that motivation from what happened at the Olympics. He has MVP goals in his mind, whether that's this year, but that is fully on his mind as far as what he can accomplish in this league. and you look at everything he's done already at such a young age, already winning a championship, that is the next step for him, is to rise to that MVP level. And then Jaylen Brown not even making it on the roster, he's going to be motivated already. And I think he's gone through his own motivational moments throughout his whole career. You think about a few years ago, it was bannered about, is he the odd man out in Boston? Does he get traded? He heard that talk, and I think he's spoken about that eloquently. And even when Kevin Durant was available in that summer of 2022, I reported, and this is fact, this is what happened. And you think about this offer now, it's crazy. They offered Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and draft picks for Kevin Durant in 2022. That is verified. That is sourced. Brooklyn did not do it at the time. And obviously the Celtics, 2 years later, won a championship. They're celebrating that. Those two guys, I expect a great level of motivation. They're both hungry. And the thing is, everyone wants to pit those two guys together. They have so much respect for each other in their games. I think they push each other to new heights. And I think there were even people internally with the Celtics that were surprised that Derek White played a little bit more than Jason Tatum in the Olympics. But like Derek White said, there's no elephants in the room. This is their team. This is their core. They've got the deepest team in the league. Porzingis could be back as soon as December. But they don't have to rush him back necessarily. They have Al Horford waiting in the wings. He can start, he can come off the bench. They have depth. They have depth at that position. They're the deepest team. That starting five is the best starting five in the league when all healthy.
Okay, Shams, we appreciate all that information there for Boston, and I assume Connor's going to utilize all of it to weaponize our ears on and off air going forward. Yep. He said that during media days, Al Horford said that he gets to the building at like 8 a.m. right now, and Tatum's already done. In this entire thing. And then you think about the way Missoula is wired, I assume he's there 5 a.m. as well.
Yeah, and Tatum
he's a different kind of coach. He's a different kind of coach, and we saw Jason Tatum talk about it. Like, he was probably, like Jason Tatum said, he was the most happy at what happened. This is motivation, his strategies, how he gets, and that first year when Joe Mazzulla took over for Ime Udoka, when that whole scandal happened, and he was out as coach.
He was.
What happened?
You remember?
We don't talk about it.
He was out.
He's walking around the office. Just saying.
What I would say, that year for Joe Mazzulla was a trying year for everyone with the Celtics, for Joe Mazzulla. But he went through that experience. They kept the confidence with him. He had the whole last summer, 2 summers ago, to really ingratiate himself, spend more time as the head coach. And last year we saw the clinic he had in the playoffs, and he's one of the best coaches in the NBA right now.
West Virginia Mountaineer.
One of.
Love that. Absolutely love it. And he's gonna utilize that as motivation too from Shab Sharania on ESPN. Said I'm one of the best. Yeah, one of the best. Okay. Got a good team there. Got a very good team there up in Boston.
For a long time.
Is it? Is it a long time?
I hate it.
They have so much money committed to this roster, and there's going to be an ownership change that's taking place. And whenever there's an ownership change, there's always going to be decisions that are made that are going to change the course of the team. But right now, for this upcoming season, this is their team. They're fully locked in. But this is one of the top 2 or 3 most lucrative, richest teams in the NBA. Oh! It's only going to skyrocket more once Jason Tatum's big extension kicks in. They have all their players are locked in long term. Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, Jaylen Brown. Once all these extensions start rising,
Jason Tatum.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Oh, you're saying new ownership is maybe going to come in there and do
pinch penny
what the Fenway Sports Group did to the Pittsburgh Penguins?
Yeah, huge dispute. I believe the Grossbeck elder statesman who doesn't go to the games, his son does. The elder statesman was like, "Hey, what the hell? Why are we spending so much goddamn money?" And the younger guy was like, "Hey, we're trying to win games." Then the older guy who runs the ship was like, We're selling the team.
What?
I want my steak out.
It was a family decision. It was a family decision. It wasn't just one person. So I think anytime there's ownership change, you have to think about the direction of the team, especially with how lucrative this roster is.
For shoot.
Wow. Okay.
They got $200-300 million players, right?
Yeah. First team ever.
And there's a luxury tax, I assume, for all this stuff?
Yeah, but theirs is lowered, I believe, because both players, Tatum and Brown, have always been on the Celtics.
So Dad comes walking in one day. Dad comes walking in, looks at the payroll and goes, holy shit, when did we start We're paying this?
Looking at the book.
Teams for sale.
Yeah.
We are selling this team immediately.
But you have to pay for the talent that this team has.
Well, that's
You
what the
don't
kids
just,
say.
Yeah.
Dad.
Otherwise, you have expansion.
we gotta
Unless you
play.
have expansion, these guys are trickling out everywhere. Like
Walter gets it.
Shout out to the
it's
kid.
insane.
The
talent
kid
on this
gets
team.
it.
Because sometimes the kids go the opposite way. They're trying to pinch pennies so that they get more money when everything kind of, potentially moves on. I don't know the situation in this entire thing, but them going in, nah, we won't win. We're spending his money. We're going to we're going to win.
That's
this
exactly
entire-
right.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that was the case. I'm excited to see what the next ownership does. Ty has a question for you about
Bezos.
big money here happening.
Yeah, Shams, obviously the Celtics are very good, but what about the other team that they're going to have to try to beat in the Eastern Conference? The 76ers just signed Embiid to that massive extension, and then obviously they got a couple new pieces this offseason. What's the outlook on the 76ers this year?
Well, there's a level of pressure, but I do think for the first time in a really, really, really long time in Philadelphia, in any of Joel Embiid's years there, they have stability. They have a core that they can rely on, and they know exactly what this looks like. There's no drama. There's no issues internally. This is their team. And Joel Embiid, for him to agree to this extension, he has 5 years, $300 million plus on his deal. One of the most lucrative deals in NBA history. Him, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. The most lucrative contracts in league history. And he locks that money in. I think the shape he comes in over the course of this season, that's going to be important. How he continues to stay healthy. Health is going to be the key for him and the Sixers to win at a high level. They know it. He knows it. Everyone there knows it. But assuming they're healthy, this team has the talent to really compete against Boston. And the other thing that I think we should remember, when Joel Embiid, when he did his Instagram caption talking about his extension, he said he wants to be a Sixer for life. And there's been chatter in NBA circles. What is his future? Will he want out? With this, when everything's going on with James Harden and Ben Simmons, you look at a guy like Joel Embiid. Other teams are trying to pluck him out of Philly. He wants to be a Sixer for life. And that is the biggest thing to take out of that. I think now he genuinely wants to see if he can finish his career with the Sixers.
He wanted to be an American, too, in the Olympics, won a gold medal. Congratulations.
Smart man. Negotiate his own deal, too.
Hey, yeah, love that he's negotiating his own deal. Apparently that is not taking place here with Shams, but we hope whatever the deal is very fruitful, and we hope we get a chance to see you more on the network that we are currently licensing our show through. Whatever you end up doing, we're proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen,
I appreciate you guys.
NBA insider for
Much
The
love.
Athletic and FanDuel TV currently. Shams Charania.
Hey, baby Shams.
What a dog. He's in a good spot.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Yeah, very good spot. Especially with how much money was being spent on the NBA rights. I think a lot of us were surprised about how much money they spent on the rights because obviously the conversations about the linear ratings and what the NFL is, what this is. It's like the NBA takes over social. Always. The NBA, not as much as the NFL. When the NFL is happening, it takes over social, it takes over TV, it takes everything. The NFL is a wagon. It's in its own kind of category. But the NBA takes over conversation pretty much anytime anything is happening around it. That's why everybody was so interested in it. The amount of money they spend on rights, you would think they save a little bit of money, potentially coverage.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. I did make a few text messages and calls saying there's an answer here.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're looking for one, but
Pretty
there is an answer. He's very handsome. And he knows.
Plugged.
He gets it.
He knows. He knows.
You know.
All right, let's get to a break. Hour 2 on the other side. We got JJ
Watt.
We're not going to do a full TJ Watt song and dance this week.
Thank God, man.
Just had a great game.
He did have a phenomenal.
Again.
Maybe we will. Maybe we will.
Why wouldn't we?
Yeah, you're right. Didn't win Defense Player of the Year last year, even though he had the most amount of sacks. But stats don't matter.
I don't.
But it's all the stats. Position. Nonetheless, we'll talk to J.J. Watt. Burnley had a big win.
Yeah.
He was with the man in blaze, the man who wears a blaze.
Cool
See you
guy.
on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life, like Dude Wipes. Cheers. Joining us is a demon. Ladies and gentlemen, O's the Mentalist will be joining us.
All right, O's.
Let's go. What's the pick? I'm not giving away for free. Bill, what time is it right now?
7:57.
Write it as big as you can.
Wow.
It's about to get
this
weird.
guy.
From this point on, I never touch this bad boy. We're
Thank
going
God.
to revisit later in the draft.
All right, O's, get in here, you sick son
Get
of a
here.
bitch.
Almost 2 hours.
Hold it. Oh, don't drop it.
Oh, no,
After
no,
all
I
that,
dropped it,
Boston.
I dropped it.
Okay, AJ, take the cards, look through them, and here's the thing. I want this to be random. Yeah, you can.
Okay,
I don't
yeah,
care
what's
what you
up?
do.
My hands are a bit
Stop,
frozen, but yeah.
I want you to take, but hold on. I don't want you to look for your favorite.
Bill's booking Sean Payton right now.
There we go. Head boy Bill.
AJ, slow. Lift. No.
One of your guys.
Take off a piece.
Oh,
it could
you
be a
fucked
lot or
my
a little.
shirt. Oh, right here.
And don't look at it. Lift it up.
I'm not.
Put it against your body. That feel right?
Yeah, feels
AJ,
great.
if you don't feel like this was the right moment for you and you want to change, put it back.
All right, I'm putting it back.
It's up to you. All right, lift off wherever you want.
We're back.
More or less. A piece.
No, that's not okay. Now I'm
you
good.
want.
3
Is that
times.
good?
Good.
Okay.
This is a good one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, of course.
Stay right there, locked and loaded.
Oh, you fucked up my shirt,
That's
bro.
not- And there is a white piece of paper.
Yep.
Is that right? That's all that's in there. Take that out. I want you to see this. Look, AJ, open it up.
No fucking way.
No
and
way.
show us and show AJ what you got. What is that? Show us. 99. Turn around and show us where you're at.
You ready?
Yep, turn it around.
No way. Shut up! This guy!
757, that thing.
What?
That's been in there since 7:57. Imagine that you somehow know the game of the year next season. Tell us, what are the two teams that you're seeing in this game? Say it.
Packers and 49ers.
Who do you think's going to win that game?
Packers 34, Niners 27.
Tell me on your life. Did I tell you to say anything? Did I
You
say
did it, and I swear to God, if you get this right, I'm gonna rip your fucking head off.
Tell him the game of the year.
Oh my
Read it to him. Read it to him, please.
Come on, bro.
Read it to him. Packers beat the 49ers 34-27. Remember this screen grab when it happens this season. Open up what's been in there since 7:57.
Come on, dude. There's something wrong with you.
Open it up. It says Brock Bowers, 13th pick Raiders.
Fuck this guy.
Oh, fucking way! There's no way!
This guy's a witch. Bears, Caleb Williams.
100% we knew it.
Commanders, Jaden Daniels.
No,
don't you dare.
Patriots, Drake May. Cardinals, Marvin Harrison Jr. Chargers, Joe Alt. Giants, Malik Neighbors. Titans, J.C. Latham. Michael Penix Jr. Roma Dunze. Vikings from
Traded
Jets.
with the Jets.
What? J.J. McCarthy, Jets from Vikings. Olu Fashanu, Broncos. Bo Nixon in the 13th pick.
Oh my God!
Bowers to the Raiders.
So happy I'm not.
Beautiful.
Taped on his chest since 7:57. Right now it is 9:50. You're a demon.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
Why?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Damn it! Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this White Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. Hour 2 of the program starts now. Football! It's the topic of conversation for most hours of most days of this particular program. But last hour, we talked basketball and we talked baseball. We are proud of us. You should be too. Thank you for joining us. The Talks Table is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. A man who played in the NFL for 9 years, got a big old brain, host of Everything DB, good D, bad D. Ladies and gentlemen, Darius J. Bowler.
Yeah, baby, bud.
Saw him on CBS on Sunday.
Yeah?
What?
Saw him on the NFL matchup show. I don't know if it's CBS.
Sports.
Is it the app thing?
CBS Sports HQ.
Yep, there we go.
CBS Ocho.
Boom. Some, hey, relax.
That's kind of what they were trying to do. They were trying to get me to buy into this app that is whole thing, and I didn't know anybody on there. Now that I know you're on there, I'll go check it out.
There we go.
Congrats, you also hosting another year of matchups,
Yep,
NFL
that's
matchups
fun.
on ESPN
The Ocho.
and ESPN.
2
Classics.
and ESPN and ESPN Plus, most importantly.
Bingo, that's what we're talking about.
Hey, baby D-Bot. Great fit today. Bless you.
Bless you. You all right?
Jeez, that's too
No.
I'm telling
Are you?
As
Have
Going around.
Have you been
Going around.
Don't say it.
Have you been around North Indiana? Because I've heard a lot of stuff.
I'm A-OK. Okay?
I hope so.
We should get a test.
But are you? Or what test?
A lot of sniffles going around.
Get a test.
But I'm not sniffing.
Better safe than sorry, brother.
Every once in a while, I sneeze. You know, maybe there's a little sage burning right before we go live, and it tickles the nostrils. So I'll sneeze every once in a while. Let's not get. I know what you guys are all alluding to.
I'm just telling you, the pollen count's through the roof right now.
Is it raining? There's big one coming down south.
Big one.
Look out.
Yeah.
Are we in hurricane season right now?
Yeah, it's kind of the end of it, but they're still coming. I think this was more on the West
hurricane
Coast.
season was over.
I don't know when it's what. Is tornado season happening right now?
We're pretty much out of NATO season.
Okay, so Indiana, this is the first time in a long time that we haven't been. Well, I guess I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
I will say, when my house was hit by a tornado in 7th grade, it was in October, boys.
Okay.
Okay, so it is kind of.
So we're still in the middle of it. And hurricane season is still happening?
Yeah.
You're down there in South Florida.
South Florida, yeah. Southeast.
I don't know how. Is that not scary? Like, it feels like the ocean could just say, "Hey, you know what? I'm coming." At any given time. That's kind of what it is.
It's scary. You know, you get a little power outage, you get a lot of rain, wind. It's not terrible. When you're down there, you're used to it. Pretty much if you're in the Northeast, you get used to blizzards. Out West, you get used to kind of earthquakes. And then every few years or 10 years, maybe you have a really bad one that everyone remembers. Hopefully, this is not one of those.
They're saying this. There's purple I see on the radar.
I think there's places in like North Carolina they've said like on the coastline where like one street lost like 4 houses, just got swept up into the ocean already. Like
what's that thing?
It's a state of emergency that the DeSantis already put out for the whole state.
What's when the ocean just comes on into town? That's called something.
Storm surge.
Storm surge. There it is. Storm surge is just the ocean just coming and taking over town. Do you remember every once in a while we'll get videos from people in the southeast, it feels like, is the hurricane word. They're just walking down the middle of the street and the water's just there and they're like, yeah, that's the ocean actually still. I'm like, well, how do you get rid of that? You just got to hope it stops.
Goes back eventually.
That's crazy. There. Alabama, I think there's some real rain.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia, Alabama, obviously this weekend, massive game. Game day is going to be down there. These storms need to cut it out. Okay, let's give us enough rain so we can farm.
Yeah.
But let's slow it down. I don't know. I didn't have any dream catcher dreams about that, but we need these. All right. No, that's way too much pressure. You need to shoot one.
No, I don't want the pressure.
Yeah, you made 2 in a row yesterday. You're the new universe ball shooter, remember?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
For storms?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is big.
This is a big deal.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
You're the one that brought it up, bub. No more storms.
Oh, it looks so good.
I mean, it wasn't even close.
12-year
Coming
NFL
from
vet,
you?
Super Bowl champion,
All right,
AQ Shippers here.
Maybe huge.
Live over at Hammer. Dahn. You heard him with the storm surge answer because this guy thinks he's Glenn Powell now from Twisters. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 digs. Hey,
You know me, I love weather, brother.
Hey, if you can feel it,
You can chase it.
I thought we were
we'll do some college ball combos with Tone here in a matter of moments. Joining us live from an attic in Ohio, ladies and gentlemen, college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup winner, AJ Hawk.
Yeah, Hawker.
Hawker, how you doing, pal?
Doing great. Great to be here after you did Feel the Beast with Shams and Jet was on. It was great to see those guys.
We didn't feel anybody.
We didn't feel any beat.
We were feeling the beat, which was bang, bang, bang.
Thought we're changing it.
That's not it.
That's not it.
We're feeling. There's a lot of beats we can't. We were feeling it at the time. That's what it is. That's what you got to do. You got to really feel it. AQ was even feeling it. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see him feeling it? Unlike what you would ever do with the beat.
Oh, no, I feel the beat. But, yeah, AQ definitely feels it. He's good. We know AQ's a good dancer, I can tell. He's got great feet.
Terrible shoes, great feet.
What is your problem? These things look unbelievable.
Today's costume is certainly a good one. I don't want to be a body-shaming person, okay? But a little bit more weight on you,
Had a good summer. I had a good summer.
A little bit more weight on you is much better.
You think so?
Yes.
You look great. You look great, AQ.
You look phenomenal right now. Quads
Spent
really.
a little more time in the weight room than on the streets running this year.
Okay, yeah, because you're getting ready for Navy SEAL camp next year.
Yep.
That's right.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was
I think I'm going again.
No, Army Ranger.
What's that one right there?
Same company, Navy SEALs.
Yeah, they give it to you when you go help build the wall.
Which wall? The Great Wall of China?
What wall?
We talked about the Great Wall of China in the first hour, actually.
Yeah.
People say this show doesn't have range. I digress. We talked about pandas, racist turtles, the Great Wall of China. We also talked about the 3 talking points coming out of week 3 of the NFL season in AQ's mind. Did you see that shit he pulled up about LaFleur from 2018 with the Tennessee Titans and then what the Green Bay Packers have been doing with Malik Willis as your internet is a little bit more glitchy than it has been normally? I don't know what that's all about. You look fantastic, sound great. So just power through it, pal. But him utilizing some 2018 plays that he had with Marcus Mariota with Malik Willis, further illustrates the point about LaFleur literally a masterclass of coaching this particular season. And it's shout out to AQ for bringing it up, but I think Packers people need to understand it a little bit more, but the entire NFL fan base needs to understand that the guy with the good eyebrows right now is cooking in Green Bay, AJ.
Yeah, he is. And imagine you could show Malik Willis those clips too. Hey, here you go. This is what we're going to do. You get a great, I know at least for myself, I'm a visual learner. I would assume you are a little bit as well. But yeah, I think this is, great coaches, that's what they do. They go and they figure out, sometimes a coach will bring something from 20 years ago and feel like, hey, this could work. It doesn't always work out as well as it did with LaFleur. But yeah, man, he's killing it.
There's some stats coming out talking about coaches and everything like that. Zach Taylor is associated with every team that's 0-3.
Yeah.
That is a little bit alarming. Obviously, Callahan goes down as the head coach of Tennessee. Where's he come from?
Cincinnati.
And then Jacksonville, what they got cooking?
Their OC is Press Taylor, his brother. So,
oh no.
Oh
no. Is that the reason why they're having that meeting? Is Joey B like, hey, everybody associated with you stinks right now?
And I love Lou.
Lou Anrumos, is he a part of the problem? Is he getting osmosisly sucked into the suck right now?
Yeah.
This is obviously stats that are going to come out whenever your team is not doing great. I know we've talked a lot about the Cincinnati Bengals here over the last couple of days, and you certainly are in Ohio around Bengals fans. Is it full panic over there?
I would say, yeah, maybe not full panic, but absolutely everyone is on high alert. They are very, very worried.
I asked Hembo if he could give me some stats, hey, are there any stats that are glaring about the 5 teams that are 3-0 and then the 3 teams that are 0-3? And this is what he sent back, and I am very thankful for this. All 5 3-0 teams have generated more sacks than they've allowed. That seemingly makes sense. Mm-hmm. All 5 3-0 teams rank in the top half of the league in run, stop, win rate.
Ooh.
Okay, which goes to what you were talking about, I think, with the Cowboys. Now, how is that stat classified? We don't know. That's one of those ones you present to a football person, they're going to say, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm. So
go ahead.
Let me just clarify some of that stuff, because some of these things do get skewed, and there's even run game efficiency, right? Yeah. It's kind of bullshit at times, because a 3rd and 1 that you get the first down is classified as efficient run. That's not really an efficient run. It's just for the purpose of that play it is, right? But it's what classifies an efficient run when it's not a situational down is a 4-yard run.
Okay, so win rate would be less than a 4-yard run then? Is that what that is?
I would assume so.
Okay, so all 5 3-0 teams rank in the top half of the league in run, stop, win rate. Run, stop, win rate.
It's tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Run, stop, win rate. Run, stop, win rate.
Here you go.
No. Run, stop,
win rate.
RSWR.
I should have stopped. There's a man joining us right now who's in the Houston Texans Ring of Honor, who I think wants to jump alongside these stats for all 5 3-0 teams. Ladies and gentlemen, JJ Watt.
Hi, baby JJ.
Tag me in.
Okay.
Tag me in.
Okay.
Have thoughts on this conversation.
Okay. All 5 3-0 teams rank in the top half of the league in run, stop, win rate, JJ. Is this what you wanted to kind of talk about?
I want to talk about a lot of this because, like AQ said, I think a lot of this is skewed, certainly, because you have to think about things as well. There's a lot of stats out there like teams that rush the ball 30 times or more have a much higher win percentage and things like that. Well, let's think about the context of that. If you're leading in the 4th quarter, you're going to be running the ball more. So you're going to try and bleed that clock out. So of course the run numbers are going to be higher. Same with sacks. If you're a team that's behind, you're going to have to throw the ball a lot more. Mm-hmm. So the 3-0 teams are going to have a lot more sacks, and they're not going to give up as many because they're the ones running the ball. So there's a lot of these stats, like AQ said, that I'm sure offensive linemen can be happy about, mad about. Same with us on defense sometimes, where it just skews it. But just remember that a winning team is generally always going to be rushing the ball at the end of the game, and a losing team is generally always going to be throwing it. So those numbers are always going to be a little skewed.
Yeah, but that's because the clock, the L is silent, is their enemy at that time, not necessarily the game. All 5 3-0 teams rank in the top half of the league in motion frequency. On the offensive side of the ball. That is seemingly 2024 football, but it's more pound of rock than it has been in the motion game in the past, AJ. Do you feel like that is a legit stat? Now, let me go to the 0-3 teams here. All 3 0-3 teams have taken more sacks than they've generated. Okay, so that feels like that makes sense. Cincinnati, Tennessee, and Jacksonville rank 26th, 27th, and 30th, respectively, an average field position drive start.
Okay.
Oh.
Special team.
That's a good stat, Hembo.
Big deal. It's a big deal.
That's a good stat. And then all three of the teams that are 0-3 rank in the bottom quarter of the league in run-stop win rate. So running the rock, controlling field position, seemingly two of the stats here that the 0-3 teams have. We're playing old school football with the motion frequency having a little 2024, JJ. That's what I just heard right there.
Yeah, this is just play football. Run the rock, stop the rock, throw the ball, catch the ball. The efficiencies, the percentages, the ratios.
Yay.
What about turnover margin? Turnover margin is not a part of that, Pat?
Shocked I didn't hear that.
What, the turnover margin?
Yeah.
Hembo.
I thought that'd be big.
So I just asked him if he could send me some stats that the 5-3-0 teams have in common and the 3-0-3 teams have in common.
Mm-hmm.
That was literally all I asked.
Yeah.
These are the ones he sent back. I'm sure there's turnover conversations that are in the, because that's always going to be a stat that is going to go skewed one way. The motion frequency thing is very interesting.
Big deal.
Because it's like with offenses being as inept seemingly they are this year, the teams that are trying to cook at least are having a little bit more benefit than the teams that aren't. And special teams matters, JJ. Always. Always will.
Kicker. I think kicking's gotten too easy.
How? What do you mean?
It just looks like these guys are making it look so easy. Now, 65 yards, like no problem. There was a 58-yarder that went about 90 yards. We got guys going 35.
Cairo Santos missed 56 yards short. Moody missed one on the left hash. McPherson missed one on the left hash.
Fairburn missed a 54-yarder.
This week, definitely. After week 2, I was starting to get real concerned. This week, I think the kickers got together.
Not impressed?
I think the kickers got together and said, guys, we're looking a little too good. We need to reel it back. So a couple guys took the L for the good of the cause. Because it's getting ridiculous. They're very good.
What do you mean it's ridiculous or bad? Cool. This is a good thing, not a bad thing. You're watching a master at work every single time.
I know, but it's starting to we're starting to forget how hard it is because they're so good at it. I mean, I'm watching Kaimi Fairbairn every week, and he's just pumping that thing through the uprights, no problem at all. And then we got that guy in Dallas who can apparently kick it to the moon. It's incredible, but it's making people think that this is easier than it is. I think we're going to have more and more people stepping out into the streets like, hang on, I can kick.
Saturday
mornings. And then they're going to try, and somebody's going to pull a hip flexor, a la, somebody in this group chat. And we don't need that. We don't need people losing hip flexors.
I didn't pull it. I ripped it. Thank you. I went all the way. Okay.
Fastest recovery from a ripped hip flexor I've ever seen in my entire life.
Thank you.
Wolverine
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I'm going to be back for the soccer tournament too next year, hopefully as well. But the Saturday
is that in the best decision of the McAfee family?
Okay. What do you say?
Is that in the best decision?
You'll spend 2 weeks in Cary, North Carolina.
We got unfinished business, brother.
We do. Our team was good.
We got a title to win.
Our team was good, brother. Concave SC was a good team. Oh, Concave. Oh, Concave. Yeah, we got unfinished. Right.
I don't want to hear that song ever again.
Well, maybe your team should be better. That is.
You guys stink.
I think our Concave team would actually like to scrimmage your actual Burnley team. Before TST, we'd like to scrimmage your actual Burnley team.
Yeah, give it a shot. Give it a shot.
I don't know if your boys want to handle meat.
Happy to.
When meat gets out there. What about Gordy Gorson?
Oh, big night in the back.
Oh, are you kidding me? Breck Shea? I mean, he's going to go. Jeff Cameron?
I had him in my pocket. I had Breck in my pocket. Breck.
Okay.
Had him right in my pocket.
Okay.
Yeah. He wasn't getting past me for shit.
You and Zat almost.
Oh, is that who it was? Oh, no, that was the big. Who was the big guy?
Zat Knight. Yeah.
Zat, which once again.
No, we did go up for a header.
Yeah.
That was ill-advised on both sides, I think.
Well, Zat played I think 13 years Premier League or something like that. He's down there 40 years old, missed 0 minutes for Concave. Absolute.
Looked good. Looked good. That's a good-looking soccer player.
The Indianapolis Outlaw?
Yeah.
I mean, you kidding me?
Yeah, we need him to
come on.
Obviously go bananas.
Yet again.
All he does is score goals.
The dog.
Anyways, let's get back to kickers. I make them look like crap on Saturday mornings, though. I'm trying my best to let people know, like, it's not easy. You can't do it. All of the kids that sign up and get the tickets to do this have said negative things about kicking, have said what you have echoed, the sentiment there. Easy, no problem.
How do they get chosen? I apologize. I should know this. How do they get chosen again?
No, it actually gets brought up a lot. I get a lot of messages from people telling me that I suck, kicking's easy, and I need to pick them to do the kicking thing. It's like, well, it's not me picking who is doing it. I appreciate the message and for talking shit to me and kicking. I appreciate that. Fuels the fire. It is I think it's given out to like the first 100 people are given tickets that say yes, they want to participate, and then there's a random drawing there. So I think it's like 100 people that get the tickets and say yes, they would like to participate, then that kind of takes place. So that's how it all goes. It's a random selection. Corbin
and you're personally deciding if they get a second shot or not?
In the moment, yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's my actual money, too. It's my actual money, too. So, like...
Is it, though?
Yeah. Road check $50,000 to that fucking kid on the second attempt a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it is. Yeah, now, where does money come from? That's a whole nother conversation, I guess. Yeah, but that money could stay in pocket. That money could stay in pocket like a lot of people that own teams do. So, go ahead.
But, I mean, the ratings are through the roof. I mean, I'm looking at these numbers, College Game Day. You're like, everybody hates Pat. Nobody likes Pat on the show. We got to get Pat off the show. But all of a sudden, best ratings in 5 years. We've never seen ratings so high.
30 years, actually.
What is it, guys?
Yeah, I don't know. It is a fun time. It's a great time. Let's move along here. Let's talk some NFL football. I didn't know if we were going to dive into TJ Watt just continuing to be great, because every week we kind of do a promotional video. Is there any other people that you would like to highlight that we should be talking about, you think?
I think, sadly it was against, obviously, the Texans, but I think Jonathan Grenard deserves some love. He had 3 sacks against his former team. You could consider it a revenge game. I think the game in general, the Vikings are currently looking like a wagon. We'll see if it lasts, but they are incredible. He mentioned this first sack of the game. They have a tight end lined up on him. That is insulting as a defensive lineman, I will say. If you think you're going to block me straight up with a tight end after I left your team and I signed somewhere else, that will set you. Look at this. No offense to the tight end, Cade Stover, great player, but that's a tough looking rep to put on film the next day. And I think for JG, he obviously felt very good there, and this day had to feel good. But the Texans overall, it was a tough day. So many penalties. So many putting themselves in disadvantageous situations early. And I think it was an eye-opening experience. So I'm really interested to see how they bounce back this week, because how you handle adversity tells us a lot about Super Bowl contenders, and they're certainly one of them. But, man, hats off to the Vikings. What an incredible game and start.
Yeah, let's stay in the NFC North. AJ's got a question for you.
JJ, what do you think about what the Packers have been doing? Obviously, Malik Willis, but their defense just getting all kinds of pressure and just pounding the quarterback, it seems like.
I think LaFleur deserves a ton of credit. I think that you have to look at that situation and see how many teams lose their star quarterback that they have hundreds of millions of dollars invested in, bring in a guy that just signed with the team a couple weeks ago who everybody kind of wrote off in Tennessee. And what did he do? He just adjusted the entire offense to make it work. No complaints, nothing. Just find a way to make it work. Now they're leading the NFL in rushing attack, which is probably something they wouldn't be doing if Jordan Love was the quarterback. But by any means necessary, get the job done. And, of course, leaning heavily on that defense. Jair Alexander with a pick 6 in the game. So you have to give credit. That's good coaching, in my personal opinion, is just finding a way. Instead of an excuse, finding a way. And LaFleur is doing an unbelievable job of finding a way.
AQ brought up a couple clips from 2018 where LaFleur was with the Titans running Marcus Mariota on the outside, and they're using the same exact plays for Malik Willis here in 2024. And Malik's confidence is absurd.
Yeah.
And the way the team loves him, seemingly.
Yeah.
Like him running down the field whenever I think Watson went on somebody's head or whatever, and he was doing this.
Opening drive of the game,
and the entire thing, it's like, damn, this team has come together very quickly around this man, and they've afforded Jordan Love an opportunity now. You can take a couple weeks, make sure you're all the way back healthy. Nobody's on the side of Malik Willis starting quarterback for the Packers going for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Everybody understands that Jordan Love, whenever he gets back, he's Jordan Love. There's a reason he was paid that much. But they've afforded the opportunity now with the offense and the defense play where it's like, we got weeks now. We can kind of see how this whole thing goes.
I think this is going to make the Packers better. I really do, because now they've really hammered their run game over the last couple weeks, which will only take pressure off of Jordan Love now.
And showcase some run plays for the quarterback that Jordan Love can do.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't now, granted with the knee injury coming back, they want to do that. They didn't do much of it last year, design shit for Jordan Love, but he can move.
Oh, yeah.
And they're seeing with Malik that it's very possible for their offensive linemen to be able to get out and make plays for him.
I think they should have a 5 to 6 play package for Malik moving forward, too, even with this.
Oh, like a little third down.
Whoa. No offensive line.
Whoa.
You don't like it. He doesn't like it. You don't like it.
I don't love the packages. I understand them. I think, but like, it really does make the defense aware of what you're planning to do there. I mean, sure, you can add some things, and when you have a true, like, it's not a true wildcat because he can obviously sling the ball as well if he has to. But I'm a big believer in the rhythm and the flow of the game and being in there, and I think that it's tough when you take that starting quarterback out of that rhythm, even if it's only for a play or two. I'm a big flow of the game type of guy.
Yeah, I'm a big flow of the game type of guy too. AQ, you're so stupid.
You idiot, dude.
It works pretty well with Taysom Hill. I mean,
what is going on down there under Saints all of a sudden?
They won a lot.
Yeah, but then are we losing?
Got an injury, They'll fix it. Center got hurt. Jalen Carter just wrecked the game.
Completely
And
wrecked
they'll
the
still,
game.
they'll good, still got a very, very, very good defense, so I think they'll figure it out.
Yeah, go ahead. D-Butch got a question for you, JJ.
Yeah, about Justin Fields. Not really just a game manager making some dynamic plays. Obviously, that's going to be, talk of the town out there. Obviously, Russ, when he gets back out there, what's your thoughts on him?
He's a player.
I think a little bit, not quite the same, obviously, as this Malik situation in Green Bay, but I think that quarterbacks being written off in certain places and going to new opportunities is a theme so far this year, and some having more stops than others, whether it's Sam Darnold, whether it's obviously Geno Smith from the past, Baker Mayfield, etc. But clearly, he has taken full advantage of this opportunity. He's put his flag in the ground and said, I'm not just a game manager. I'm not just here to, run the ball and run zone read and manage this game. I'm going to win us football games, and I want this starting spot. And I think that you can see this team rallying around him. I think you can see them really, stepping up here. And I mean, how do you take the spot away from a guy who's 3-0? Let's say he goes 4-0 this coming week. You can't take that away. So kudos to him for taking full advantage of the opportunity at hand, because he has done it really well. And I think he's really playing great football. He's threw some beautiful balls. He's not turning it over. He's just doing exactly what needs to be done. And we all know in Pittsburgh, they've had that defense that's able to keep points off the board. It's just been an issue of putting points on the board. And he's doing a good job for him.
I'll say kudos to him, kudos to R.D. Smith, kudos to the Steelers for being like, yeah, we can be a place where Justin Fields can get better and play good football. Kudos to Justin Fields for picking Pittsburgh, allegedly. And kudos to Pittsburgh for falling in love with this guy. Pittsburgh is in love with this dude. He is much more like, I think, what a Yinzer would appreciate and fall in love with than Russell Wilson.
Sure.
What do you mean by that?
Just
I'm not
God-fearing city.
Yeah, I agree. God bless everybody for sure. But
Has he been named and started?
Is there any
First off, we don't fear God in Pittsburgh. We fear nothing in Pittsburgh, Connor. So
that's bold.
I don't think you should say that. Okay. Keep talking.
Struck by lightning.
Okay.
Yinzers love Justin Fields. We're talking some of the greatest terrible towel twirling in the history of the city.
Love Justin Fields. Love Justin Fields.
We're throwing daggers at a guy on an injured list right now.
Who?
He's emergency quarterback.
Who?
Russ.
Daggers. No, we're just pointing out facts, brother. Okay, this is journalistic standards. Justin Fields, with the way he's playing, and R.D. Smith, the way the offense is running, and how everybody's acting and handling it, it's like Yinzers are falling in love with Justin Fields as quarterback. And I don't want to say that didn't happen in preseason because Tone was on Fields, and then he was, Russell Wilson would be able to handle the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now all the way in on Justin Fields. So to your point, JJ, I don't think you're going to be able to just pull this guy right now. Tone, am I speaking accurately for Yinzers or no?
No, you are. And if you win, we're going to love you. 3-0, we're going to love you. And especially, like, the first two games were okay. The last game really was like, okay, the training wheels are off, and Justin looks really, really good. To D-Butt's point, nope, hasn't been named the starter because guess what? Mike Tomlin said we don't have to do that yet because that's a hypothetical. We're not playing hypotheticals yet, so we're just going day by day. And
don't live in your fears, bro.
Justin Fields is Justin Fields.
You don't want to know how hot dogs made, okay?
That's right. It's League 4. I mean, if I'm the quarterback, if I'm Justin Fields, I'm not going to tell Mike Tomlin how to do his job. Let me not do that, but
he's preparing
but he's starting this week. Like he is the starting quarterback right now. Like I understand what Mike's saying, where he's like, "You're asking me to name the starter for next week, and I have no clue what's going to happen. Anything could happen in this game. Justin's the starter for this week. That's all that matters."
I agree completely. I think that's what he's referring to, though. Just being like, yeah, Justin's the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But Mike Tomlin has always done things in his own way, and he's obviously doing his own thing now. And we talked about Steelers fans being so incredibly pumped. The best twirl that they've probably had in their entire life. You met this guy in Arizona. Look at this twirl. Look at the lock-in. This is how bought in Steelers fans are right now, JJ.
Glorious.
Yeah.
Does he have a steady?
I need a tutorial because I screwed that shit up when I was there. That is a nice, strong twirl. He's got the momentum flowing. I feel like it's one of those. I kind of feel like I'm looking at one of those like toys where it's building its own centrifugal force and it's just getting faster and faster. And if he kept it going, he could take off.
Centrifugal force is a real deal. It is a real theory. JJ, here is yours, I do believe.
Oh, no.
We're searching for it. We're searching.
We don't need it. We don't need it.
I remember it was just like falling on his wrist, right?
Yeah. It was a lot of Sari's pretzels that night and a shitload of tater tots. So, and a few
Sarah's pretzels.
A few Miller Lights.
Yeah,
popped in there as well.
Sorry's. I didn't even know what the hell you said. Sarah's pretzels.
Sari's? I thought it was Sari's.
Sarah's. Oh my
Sarah's?
God. Fighting it. That thing's beating you up, dude. That's how it's beating your ass.
Not some true.
That's how I was hitting the ceiling, man. I was hitting the ceiling. Well, that's what was happening.
Yeah.
I mean, that's embarrassing.
Looks like you're casting a fishing line with that thing.
A little bit.
We're trying to make this thing go. Take your shirt off, twist it around your hand, spin like.
That was a great night, man. I really enjoyed that. That was good. A lot of good food, a lot of good drinks. Weather was perfect. It's AQ. You still live in Arizona? Or
oh yeah, 100. Yeah, well, you're traveling the world these days. It's
110 this week. We got 110 on the
the
forecast this week. I don't know what the hell's going on. Get your shit together.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
Well, it's dry heat.
It is. Well, I don't control the weather in Arizona.
No, not you. I'm talking about the city.
Yeah.
The city needs to get this shit together.
Yeah, why don't you put a dome over it? Isn't there enough money out there?
Without a doubt.
Put a dome
So
over
much
it.
money.
Yeah, you guys just make it a biodome.
Why not?
Easy.
It was beautiful last week too. It was 85 last week.
It was.
And then now it's back up to 110.
I don't know what happened.
Outside.
What's that?
Like, how do you play sports outside?
Well, see, they're trying to cancel my daughter's soccer game this week, but we're trying to teach them grit. So I'm saying we stick with this.
110 degrees.
What time?
There we go.
2:15 in the afternoon.
He's from South Florida, though, so he's talking about sports. Like,
might need to cancel it. I mean, that's different. 110 and 215.
Yeah, but what are you guys, 97 with 100% humidity?
Exactly. It's worse.
I have this argument all the time in my household. Are we taking 90, 95 with humidity, like New Orleans, Houston, or are we taking 105, 110 dry?
110 dry.
So
every day of the week.
The dry, though.
And dry is still hot as hell.
Yeah,
110 dry is still hot.
But the sidewalks don't know that it's dry heat.
I'm taking dry all day long.
You get a breeze? You get a breeze?
Definitely.
Anything?
I'm just saying both of these
You don't need the breeze.
Oh, yeah. Both of them are hot as shit.
Yeah.
The minute you step outside, 95 and humid. When I was down in Tampa, instant sweat.
Yeah.
Within seconds.
Especially with no socks on and the shoes you wear and the sweats that you wear every single day.
Oh,
Take
what?
That's right.
Yeah, that's AQ football. That's AQ football, yeah. Anyways, let's get back
What?
to football. You've never met one like this. You literally.
Well, one time.
He did once.
One time they met.
Yeah, you guys hung out one
That's
time, had coffee,
man.
walked the kids, and then JJ was like,
I didn't check the sock situation. I wouldn't have accepted the walk if I knew he was going shoes, no socks.
I'm sure you could have smelled them.
They're borderline Croc shoes, so they're vented.
Oh, those. Okay. Well, those are your full-time shoes.
Yeah.
That's what you wear in regular life.
He's wearing that
every
to
day?
a wedding if he has to.
That's right.
All right. Another reason I would have canceled the walk. We're 0 for 2 here. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, JJ, I don't know if you and AQ are, seeing the
Hey, he's in a billionaire's basement every day. I found the house finally, by the way. Somebody showed me the house. I
Yeah,
know
let's
where
go.
it is now.
Where's
You should go.
There's another group of billionaires he's in with, too. They like I think they were like, well, you see this guy wears no socks. He dressed like an asshole. He's fucking incredibly strong.
We got a lot of men.
We need to let this thing in. It's wonderful the way this guy operates. Let's get back to football, please, shall we?
All right.
Talk about Justin Fields looking great. Let's talk about another young quarterback. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, JJ, how about the performance Monday night from Jaden Daniels? Obviously, they were 7.5 point dogs going into the night, and they haven't punted in 2 weeks with this guy. What did you see from him? And also, how awesome is it if you're one of the vets on that team, maybe thinking going into the season, okay, we got a rookie quarterback, who knows what's going to happen, and then boom, 3 weeks in, you're tied for first in your division.
Yeah, so when you have a rookie quarterback who's taking over a team, obviously there's a lot of vets. You're constantly watching to see how that guy handles every situation, to see all right, is this our guy? Is this who we're believing in? Can we get fully behind him? And I've heard all the great things all off season and training camp and everything, but you never really know and you never can solidify it until the live bullets start flying. And Monday night was a perfect example of a guy taking complete control of the team, of the organization, and saying, I am our leader, I am our QB1, I am going to take this organization forward in great, great ways. And the best example of it, hands down, was that final touchdown pass where he stood in the face of a zero blitz, saw the hit coming, did not budge, delivered an absolute strike into the end zone well before the receiver was anywhere near the end zone.
It's nice.
That is how you earn your teammates' trust. That is how you earn their belief. And that is how, going forward, they're going to do whatever you need them to do because you took that hit in that critical moment. What a play, man. It was awesome.
What a play. It was awesome. Obviously, the fourth down situation you talked about, everything that he displayed on Monday Night Football against a Bengals team going into the season, remember, we had very high hopes for him.
Oh, yeah.
T. Higgins was healthy, too, so they're both on the field at the same time. He and Jamar Chase. Maybe Joe Burrow is all the way back. That offense is doing its thing. Lou Anarumo's defense maybe figuring out how to play D. So in that particular situation, on primetime, to deliver in the fashion that he did, made me a believer in Jaden Daniels. He's seemingly a dog of the future. There's a lot of these young quarterbacks that are off and running. Yeah. And then there's some not so good. What are your thoughts on Caleb Williams, JJ? What are your thoughts on? Because he came into the Loud House, and you've been in the Loud House. You know how hard it is to play in the Loud House.
Just a taunting environment, just a raucous, difficult. I mean, it's synonymous. It's synonymous. You've got Death Valley down there at LSU. You've got all those tough places to play. You've got Arrowhead. Of course, the Loud House is always high on the list of most difficult places to play. But what do I think about Caleb Williams? I think he's being put
shit!
in
Rip that clip down.
Incredible.
That was awesome.
That'll be in the stadium.
That's
extremely difficult place to play. I don't need that to play for the pregame show again. Loud House is the Stroud House. We all know it. All right, that's what it is.
What's done is
Stroud
done.
House.
The soundbite has already been clipped, my friend. You already screwed up.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're on
JJ.
our side now. Welcome to the Loud House, brother. Nobody heard what you just said there. Caleb had to witness it, though, and experience it the first time. Looked like he was a little bit bothered. Threw for 300.
Caleb's being put in a tough situation, man. 52 pass attempts is too many pass attempts for a rookie quarterback. You got to help the guy out. You got to put him in better situations. We can't have him standing back there getting crushed. I mean, he's taking big hits for sacks. These aren't he's not falling down or sliding, and he's taking some big monster hits back there, and he's dropping back 52 times. We got to create better game plans. We got to create a better run game, and I get it. The game can get away from you as the score gets away from you. You feel like you have to throw the ball to stay in it. But it is a very tough situation to ask a rookie quarterback in his third game to throw the ball 52 times. That's not sustainable. And then there's another thing in this game that upset me, which they had that 4th and 1 down there on the goal line, and they went with the little belly flip play out to the side, which sure works sometimes, and you can show me a clip. It worked in another game this weekend. But I am a very, very, very large, loud, and adamant believer in do not take the ball any further away from the line of scrimmage than you need to on a 4th and 1 in any situation at any point on the field. Quarterback sneak, direct run downhill, fullback dive, anything direct. If you don't get it, that's okay. Anybody can live with that. These types of bullshit plays, you don't get these, you look like an idiot.
Yeah, and we actually gained 7 yards on that entire thing, the Colts. And then Anthony Richardson would go on and push his teammate in the end zone because he's a good leader. AQ, why did all the offensive linemen end up on the ground there?
I have no idea. I don't know what
Were
they're
they running
doing.
a different play?
That's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to like literally just cut guys down. And they got some on the backside, but they missed a lot on the front side.
We got a scorpion.
So
we got a
bad.
full-blown scorpion on the 2-yard line
Right there, screenshot all over the internet. Right there, that exact screenshot all over the internet.
So that is the play, though. That is
Well, so listen, they're in, I think, a gap 8 defense, right, JJ? Like they're literally gapping down, and so all they're trying to do, you're out leveraged everywhere to the play side, so you're literally just trying to cut guys. That's all they're trying to do, and they all fall down and miss.
Yeah, I mean, there were some that weren't even cuts, though, that ended up on the ground. I mean, that guy on the full-blown scorpion pose was not trying to cut anybody.
Well,
Nick 70 got cut by his own guy.
Yeah,
run it back one more time.
Yeah.
Run it back one more time. Watch the left tackle here.
Yeah, we saw it. Yeah, we saw
Yeah, the whole front side.
Yeah, we
falling all over each other. It's just not good.
Guy, I'm happy his knees are okay.
Oh boy.
All right, okay, all right.
That's tough. That's tough. I've always said you can make anybody look like I got plenty of plays out there where I look exactly
Agreed.
like that. So don't worry.
Agreed. Editors can really pick and choose how they want to make you look all the time. That is very real. AJ has a question for you, JJ, and to Caleb Williams. Good luck, brother. Listen, I know you say you hasn't been nervous since high school or whatever. I don't think you should be nervous now. I think you have a lot of time to develop, and you're going to have to take it in a very humble fashion. Like, the NFL is a different place. It is a different world with different athletes. What C.J. Stroud was able to do last year, nobody understands. And if Jaden Daniels is able to do it again, still nobody understands. You run your race, Caleb. You run your race. Because, boy, if we start seeing what we saw in preseason out of him, that'd be good for Chicago. That'd be good for the league. But if we don't, that's going to be a bummer. That's going to be a bummer. Because, boy, they were talking about him being...
Oh, yeah, the guy.
That player.
Hard enough.
Prince
I mean,
promise.
to JJ's point, 4th and 1, taking the ball for what is that? If you don't get it, now the offense, the Colts offense, you're inside your 1. You're trying to just get a first down, so you're not in a backed up punt situation. Now you lose 10 yards on the play. Now you're out of it. You're not even really in the backed up situation. On the flip side of this, with that Anthony Richardson, when he pushed him in, the Colts put out a clip of just that play, slow mo. If I'm in the team meeting Monday, that's probably the only play I'm playing the team in. If you play, if you look up there, it was. That was if you're an offense, if you're a team, offense, defense, special teams, hey, this is our identity. This is who we are as a team. The Colts put out a clip of slow motion. I think Shane Steichen was mic'd up. It was an awesome piece of content.
Yeah, and AR legitimately picks him up and starts putting. He's one of the main drivers. It's not like he was just acting like he was in there to be there for tape. He's actually doing the pushing.
And then you see the other O linemen get in there, Q get in there, tight ends getting, and it's just man.
Is the book out on the Houston Texans? Is B-Flow's defense what you need to do? Is that what's going to happen? And are the Colts all the way back? Hembo sent me some stats on Colts optimism. Thank you for bringing it up, D-Bud. That's right. I completely forgot about it until right now. Reason for Colts optimism, 21% of their runs have been for explosive plays. That's 10-plus yards. That's the highest rate in football.
Wow. Is that good?
Holy shit.
Hey, welcome to the Loud House. We play fucking punch-in-the-mouth football. And we're not just punching like this. We're throwing roundhouses. We're going 10-plus yards. AR is an explosive play waiting to happen. He leads the NFL in yards per completion at 16.2 by nearly 3 full yards. Okay, so he's not able to hit everybody. But when he does, it is way down there. And that is what the Colts are, baby. This guy's only in his 8th game in the NFL. JJ, look out.
I don't have to look out. We played a game already.
We're different teams now. We're different teams.
Not the same game.
Different teams now.
AFC Defensive Player of the Week, Jalen Johnson.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
On the sideline. Okay. You should see Kenny Moore jump into suites, too. If he was in Lambeau, I think he'd be able to base jump up into the front row and stand. That's how easy they got up over there. Loud House is coming around. And the Pittsburgh Steelers got experience. Tell TJ good luck. Hey.
Gonna need it.
Hey, tell TJ what it's like to come into the Loud House. He better wear earplugs.
He might.
He better wear earplugs out there.
Scared laugh.
It's not a Loud House. I'm sorry. It's just not a Loud House.
You're right.
It's a great stadium.
Live.
Love playing there. Beautiful place. Beautiful building. Great spot. Not a Loud House.
AJ has a question for somebody who doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Well, JJ, I want to shift to the Carolina Panthers, the Red Rocket, Andy Dalton, breathing some hope into that organization, that team. Are the Panthers for real now? Are you taking them serious?
Oh, that's a big question. I don't know if I'm there. I don't know if I'm there on that.
Get there,
bro. It's a tough. we talked earlier. We had a segment on CBS this week about quarterbacks in new places, and I've already mentioned on this show, Sam Darnold, Geno, Baker, those guys, Justin Fields, in new places, succeeding and doing well. Because we talked about Bryce Young, and he may have to do it again in Carolina with running it back and trying to have a more successful second stint, or possibly somewhere else someday. And you try and find all those benefits of the doubt. You try and be like, yeah, maybe it's a scheme system, maybe it's a player system, maybe it's a coaching. But when Andy Dalton goes out and plays like that, it becomes much more difficult. I mean, the way he just walked it down the field on that first drive of the game and then continued it throughout the whole game, it was thoroughly impressive. I'm sure he has a chip on his own shoulder where he wants to come in and he wants to show, hey, I still got this. I can still play this game. I need to be a starter in this league. But I don't think I personally would say that I don't think it was oh man, now we need to put them in playoff conversations. But inside that locker room, it certainly gives all those players a jolt. It gives them now a lot of confidence going in. And you win, especially when you win like that, and it looks like things are looking up, the entire optimism of the whole building changes.
Ty has a question for you. Oh, no, what are we doing? We're cutting the grass?
We got a leaf blower out here. I can't catch a break. My mailman the other day told me his name's John. He was like, hey, next time the dogs bark, say it's John, the mailman. So hey, John. But I don't know. I got to get the leaf blower guy's name now so we can.
Is that your mailman?
Santiago. Actually, I do know his name. It's Santiago. So shout out Santiago getting his 3 minutes here on the show. Great.
Shout out Santiago. Love what he's about. The leaf blowing never made sense to me.
I love it.
No,
it's great.
It never.
The process of it,
just everything.
You just don't like that you're displacing them somewhere else. You're not picking them up.
Yeah, like if you bag them, I guess it makes sense. Sure. But whenever people are just blowing them to a different spot of the property,
get them off the walkways and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, and then what? Mother Nature goes, and then we're just right back.
Typically, but it's nice every once in a while, just or if you just get done mowing, okay, I'm just gonna blow all this hay into the street, or you know what? I don't like the way my neighbor's been acting lately. I'm gonna blow all my leaves into his yard and then act like I don't know what's going on. If he comes over and says hey, what the hell's going on?
Okay,
hey, it's been windy the last couple.
All right,
days.
so that's what I thought. That's how I kind of viewed it as well. That's what I thought everybody was doing.
It's great.
I do not come from a leaf blowing household, and I never fully understood.
We could not afford a leaf blower. We had the rake. We raked them all.
Oh, yeah.
Long time.
The rake fell back, too, a little bit because, boy, it was hard to get me and Jason to agree to do that and then just fucking wind blow right back. Yeah. Are we wasting time or are we doing things here? I'm not sure. Santiago is the best in the West.
Oh, yeah.
We know is he bagging all those? Is he bagging?
I'm not 100. To be honest, I don't have.
You better
trees that drop leaves, so I don't know what we're even leaf blowing. To be honest.
You're getting hustled right now. You're getting scammed. More money, more money, more money. This is awesome. This is what happens to you, affluent people who don't pay attention. That's okay. It's Phoenix, Arizona football.
Exactly.
We're acting like our guy here doesn't live on a lake in Indianapolis with the largest real estate purchase in the history of the state. All right.
Well, I don't know if it's the largest in the history of the state. It is big on the lake, though.
Yeah, I mean,
it is big property on the lake.
This guy needs to see Tony Stewart.
I was going to say, Smoke Stewart's got fucking Cabela's up north.
Yeah.
Are we in the new spot? Are we in the new spot across the lake, or are we still?
No.
Where are we at?
No. We're still
up at Monroe.
Yeah, we're still up in. Exactly, Lake Monroe. Moors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to Dan Campbell anybody here. All right, let's calm down.
Well, you're certainly trying, aren't you? Across the street. I want you to drop a pin on
the lake in Indiana. Yeah, that really narrows it down, buddy.
Yeah, you're right. There's 4 of them around here that are very nice. I live on the one that's very north of here. It's about a 45-minute drive down to work every single day. It's nice and peaceful, but I'll tell you what, I've not gotten on board with the lake blowing. Am I on board with the Seattle Seahawks, though? That's a good question. Ty has a question for you, JJ.
That is a good question, JJ. Nobody really talks about the Seahawks because they're way the hell out there in Seattle, but Mike McDonald is the youngest coach in the NFL, and they haven't had the toughest schedule, but they've looked pretty good through 3 games. Are they completely bought in on Mike McDonald at this point? What do you think of the Seahawks thus far?
Yeah, first of all, I do agree with you that the West Coast is a real thing. Obviously, playing in Arizona, even when we started out 7-0, there's different coverage. But I think that one of the teams that's currently flying significantly under the radar is the Seahawks. I think McDonald's got them playing extremely good. Geno's obviously playing at a high level, but that defense, what he's been able to, youngest head coach in the NFL, brand new head coach, Yet all they've done is go out there and win 3 in a row. Kenneth Walker is extremely difficult to tackle. He's a phenomenal running back.
Is he back?
DK with a massive catch from Geno this week, and then that defense. I mean, that's what he's known for. That Baltimore defense last year. I mean, every stat off the books, leading the NFL in every category. Now he's just brought it with him to Seattle, and they're a very, very good football team. You have to also say they were obviously playing Skylar Thompson, a backup quarterback this week, but you can only play the games that are on your schedule. So.
And Tim Boyle.
Gumpy, I saw a lot of people saying that the development of Skylar Thompson might be the thing that should be called in question most, as opposed to just his performance. Did you see that?
That would be fair. He's been with the team for 3 years, and he's been in the system 3 years, so that is true. But, I mean...
Seattle's a tough place to play, though.
Yeah, and Snoop Huntley is going to be ready Monday night, so we don't even got to worry about Skylar.
Oh, we got you guys on Monday Night Football?
Well, there's two. There's another game.
Yeah, 2 games. Thank God.
Okay.
We're the early bird special.
Last question here for you, JJ.
Nice hat, Gump.
Thanks, JJ.
I got some good friends that live down
the street.
Hey, that's your. Remember you
Got a
speared.
good look.
Oh, you tackled a guy, yeah.
Santiago's wearing a very similar hat, Gump. Santiago is rocking a very similar
Zach Brown hat?
Easy.
He's rocking a Zach Brown hat?
No, the one Gump's wearing right now. I'm looking right at him. Santiago's wearing almost the exact same
He's got a Zach Brown hat on?
That's
a
I don't know, man. I'm just telling you what the guy is wearing.
It's hard for me to get a good look at Zach Brown when I'm spearing people that are coming on stage. I don't look at Zach Brown. I look at the perpetrators that are fucking trying to kill him. Is that what you said?
Zach looks fantastic nowadays, by the way. His
Yeah, look at the
workout
hats
program.
that are on their heads.
Oh.
Yeah, you couldn't
Got
see
dead.
this. Were you shirtless there, or is that just a very incredibly tight T-shirt?
It's a snug shirt. It's a snug top.
Wow, and put your glasses back on and flex over top of them. Look, this guy might be the greatest security guard in history.
Called show business.
Show business. That wasn't an actual.
What?
Okay, Fabe. Jeez.
No, it was, I mean, yeah, wrestling. I mean, everything's the same.
Whoa.
WWE.
Whoa, what?
All the same.
What the hell?
It's real? No, it's real. It's real. I'm saying it's real. That was
Yeah,
real.
you're telling you need to.
Don't work
you need to
yourself
rough-
into a shoot, brother.
Yeah, that is. Do you know what a work
You
is?
You couldn't handle me in the ring.
Okay, you don't. But I would be excited to see you in there. I do think you'd be perfect for it, especially the way you put those sunglasses back on. Found the hard cam. Got that.
When I found out how serious the injuries are, that was when my interest level in that dissipated. Because I actually do think it would be a lot of fun, man. It'd be a blast.
Do it at least once. You can do it once. Body can handle it.
You versus TJ?
That's what you said about playing soccer, too, you know?
Did it once. You see that pass? Yeah. Had that pass. Always good. Should have just stopped playing after that. Actually had conversations about, like, we're done here now.
Yeah.
Right? We are.
Slowed up.
And then, lo and behold, got a couple free kicks, need to sub you in.
Yep.
I haven't kicked the ball in 20 minutes. Just go out there.
Let her rip.
And I did. Nobody will ever say I didn't go fucking all after that ball.
Mm-hmm.
Kicked it out of the stadium. Ripped my hip
It
flexor.
was that ball went very far.
Thank you. That might. You know what? Maybe I don't play ever again. I was just talking about us training for the entire season here to get ready for TST. Why would I do that? Last play ever, kick the ball out of a stadium. That might be the one.
You got to manage the squad. You got to be the manager.
Now we got Tammiola and Gumpy. Please. Hey, what are you even?
Some
Coach Gump. You got Coach Gump out
You
there.
should manage it.
Coach Mule, Coach Gumpy. We got a couple yellow cards. Our coaches don't mess around. We're attention to detail.
With the talent you had on your squad, I mean, many are saying you might have underperformed.
Take it easy.
You did not see what was going on 1 or 2 a.m. Okay, you didn't see what our particular team was doing late night. I know nobody else was doing what we were doing.
People are starting to figure, look around, like who were the girlfriends on the team? Are they being distracted? Were the coaches all in? Are these the right
Tony
coaches
Miola was
for
all
the
in.
job?
Yeah.
Tony Miola was all in. He was drawing up plays during those breaks. Nobody was looking. But he delivered a couple good speeches, though.
Yeah.
Legitimately, Tony Miola was able
At the end of when we got knocked out, I tell you what, Miola almost brought a tear to my eye when he said,
talk about moments.
Oh yeah,
And we
It's
certainly had one
unbelievable.
and an impact. And everything. It was like a fucking, like, his speeches.
That tournament, the one thing I will definitely give it credit for is you come together like the whole family thing. Some weird way you feel very much like a family after that week. It is crazy how you come together as a team.
So we missed all the training sessions.
Yep.
For the team.
Other commitments.
We were putting together, obviously. And it was down in South Florida. That's a long way down there. We weren't able to go. So literally met them we landed late, too. We were supposed to show
did.
up at the last practice.
Had a circle.
We weren't able to land, so I missed all the practices with these guys. Never met any of them. Was on a WhatsApp text chain thing because some of them were international. That's only I didn't know who was what number either. I had no idea. Didn't know a lot of their names. Meet them as we land. We get in there. Full Concafa moment, and the boys are all excited. Then we get back to the hotel, and it was really like that night we were just hung out, and it was like, all right, let's go win this thing. And then all of a sudden, every single moment, we got tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. We even had some adversity battled through.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes. We almost lost all of our laundry because guys were putting everything on there. Mike Foss goes to bat and almost fights the TST director about our laundry. It was like, it was a wonderful, I loved our time down in Cary, North Carolina. Too long. Okay.
Long time.
Yes, too long.
Can't be doing 2 weeks in Cary, North Carolina.
We're going to be there longer this year, brother.
Yeah, you're right.
We got the final on Monday night.
That's what I'm saying.
Too long.
But
condense that a lot.
Yeah, but bodies won't survive.
Yeah, we can't do 3 games a day.
It's interesting. It's almost like too popular of a tournament, like there's too many teams that have to do too much, so it has to be as long as it is. But the only downfall is in Cary, it was beautiful. That place was amazing and everything. But I'm okay with not living in a hotel for 2 weeks as a 37-year-old man.
Sure.
Who
Makes sense.
Has a family. But with that being said, we'll do anything for Concafa.
Sure.
Concafa rides, brother. Breaking, Pat McAfee Show says the Concafa SC has unfinished TST business.
There it is.
You want to be a TST if the Concafa SC runs it back. And that's meat right there.
See there.
And that's Derek. These guys are phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, Stamkos. That's Stammer. Stammer Huffman.
I'm excited. And in the back there, we got a full, let's go, boys. Yeah, we're running it back. I don't know if Burnley's invited, and I don't know if you want to, but if you would like to play, your actual team against Concafa before we go down TFT, we would welcome that. We'd have to fly the lads into America.
Sure.
We're not going over there.
Right.
We'd have to fly. What's that?
You watching games? We're good. We are good.
Only thing I've seen is you and the man in the blazer just celebrating and doing the whole thing.
Yeah, that shit was awesome, man. That was awesome. What a day. This a 94th minute winner. Just glorious. That was fun.
Look at you, high-fiving, punching face. Happy birthdays to the man in blazer. What a time. We continue on YouTube, ESPN Plus, and TikTok Live. We'll see you tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. If I change your life, got it.
Yep.
Might have cut it off, though.
You got it.
I don't think so. I think that's...
So you guys are winning? This is a good year. This is a good year for the Burnley.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're having some fun. Got a lot. It was a great one. We definitely, it was more of a struggle Saturday than you probably signed up for. But it was a great match, and the boys had a lot of adversity, overcame, and 94th minute winner, man, a thing of beauty. It was just a lot of fun. Those are the moments that you live for, and as you get into ownership, that is literally the moment of adrenaline that you look for that you can't really replace because of what it means. It was awesome.
I saw the fist bumps there and the high five.
Oh, yeah.
And the yelling.
Yeah, pumped up. Great vibe.
That had to feel so good, especially after everything that.
What?
Wow.
What's that?
Yeah.
After what?
You guys getting called up soon? When do you get called up? When's that happen?
That's a good question. That's what I was talking about.
May. We went over all this last time.
Right around the corner.
Yep. Quick 8 months.
It's a quick 8 months. We're in third place right now. Top 2 automatically go up. 3 through 6 have a playoff. But yeah, we went through a gauntlet at the beginning of the schedule and came out in a great place. And now we get to have a little bit of fun, hopefully, and enjoy ourselves.
We got a new coach over there, right? We have a new coach?
Yes, sir. Scott Parker. Great coach, doing a great job. Everybody around the ground, everybody in the locker room, everybody loves him. He's been doing fantastic. And we got a bunch of new guys who are all gelling together at the right time. So.
How's that bar you guys go to across the way with that lady who's the bartender?
Yep.
Who does the
Royal Dice?
Is that what it's called?
The Royal Dice, yeah.
Okay, I was talking about Ted Lasso.
Yeah, man.
Me personally. But every team has one of those, I guess. I was just kind of...
yeah.
Okay, I was projecting it onto your team. So it does happen everywhere. Yeah. Okay, that's sweet. That's
100%.
Cool.
That's the best part, yeah.
Sweet like that.
I have my pregame routine. Every single match I go to, I stop at the Royal Dice for a pint, walk down to Burnley Miners and get myself a Benny Bomb, and then I walk into the stadium with the fans.
A Benny Bomb?
Oh, what's a Benny Bomb? That's like you put a whiskey...
It's like it's like a Jaeger bomb, but with Benedictine instead of Jaeger.
Yeah.
Who?
What is that?
Like Benedictine.
Medicine.
What's Benedictine?
No, it's from the World War. Yeah. A bunch of a regiment from Burnley was in France fighting. in the cold, wet tunnels. They had to drink something to keep them warm, so it was Benedictine, a liqueur, and they brought it back with them. And now I believe Burnley is the largest importer of Benedictine in the world. They have the most consumption of Benedictine in the world.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Curbs.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Boozed up on the battlefield?
Well, warm.
They always try and say, like, this is my one story that I tell, like, but it's just everybody always asks about what a Benny Bomb is, so then you have to tell the story, and that's the Benny Bomb.
Well, it's a good story. It's a great story. Good for the people of Burnley, obviously, for more people to learn that story. So you're having a pint down there at Heitch, and then you're having a Benny Bomb down there at the Miners, and then you're heading into the stadium, and then your house and beers there too. You're pretty fucked up at these games. That's what I'm learning.
Man, you just have a little. It's so cool over there. The best part is, like, they don't do tailgating per se. Like, their hospitality is that you sit down to a full 3-course meal, which is crazy. So, like, that's something.
Everybody who sits down to a full 3. What'd you say? I'm sorry, I missed that. I was thinking about the booze and the amount of booze. Who's doing a full? So,
like, in English football, in European football, the opposing team's owners, the home team's owners, they all come and they sit down in the executive box, and they all have like a 3-course meal. You have coffee, you have drinks, you have everything, and then you go out and watch the game. It's like a communal thing where it's also obviously guests and VIPs of the ownership as well. So I think ours has, maybe 100, 150 people in it. But then there's, so like if you own a suite at the stadium, if you own a suite, like let's take your suite at the Colts, you would go into the game 2 hours before the game and sit down to a silverware and plate 3-course meal. And then you would just walk out and watch the game in your suite.
Well, we have a buffet style food, but this is this the thing in Burnley here?
So this is like one of our hospitality areas, yeah. So people come in a couple hours before the game.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be 100% honest, okay? I thought the place might have been a little dumpy. I thought it was a little. That's what I thought. From the photos that I've seen and everything like that, in the history and the way you talk, and we just went down to the thing,
the product,
and exactly. I did not know you guys had it like this. Turf Moors looks beautiful.
JJ Watt operator.
Yeah,
we are considered like an old traditional English ground. I mean, we've been around since 1882. Turf Moors are very old. I know, but comparatively, you have to think about Tottenham's new stadium and everybody. We are still comparatively a very old school ground. It's just we've certainly upgraded the hospitality. It's been a big point of emphasis trying to make sure we have a cool hospitality area that's all street food, so you can get different street foods and things like that.
Kebabs.
It's cool. It's really fun, man. This is fun stuff that we get to talk about.
Do you fancy me a kebab or two?
Yep.
These guys don't care at all.
Couple bites.
These guys.
What?
These guys.
What if you don't have 8 hours? What if you don't show up 2 or 3 hours before the game?
These guys.
Hey, just don't eat. That's all. But the game is also only 2 hours long, so it's different.
Well, depending on extra time and floppers.
Yeah, the refs decide how long the game really is. You guys are all in their world.
There's one person that knows how long the game is, and he doesn't tell anybody either.
Yeah, well, they got those little mics on now.
Yeah, the Madonna mic.
Yeah, they do. All right. JJ, we're happy for Burnley. We're proud of you. We got to get over.
Where are you at this weekend? I missed that. Where are you at this weekend?
Georgia Bama's playing. There's big storm. Lord. Massive storm, actually, in the area. Purple on radar for tomorrow.
What's the contingency?
Plans?
Yeah, what if you can't fly in? What happened?
Well, I mean, that's certainly the question that we're finding ourselves asking currently in the moment in real time. Yeah, that is. Yeah, you're talking about contingency. That's funny. Okay, we haven't had one, and it might have to be a ground ops.
Train, perhaps.
You're going in no matter what. You're telling me that even if you can't fly in, you're finding a way.
We'll certainly see. We will certainly see for the safety of of everything. We will find it out. But massive game in the schedule. Obviously, Georgia playing Bama this early in the season is a huge ordeal. It should be wild. But Storm is certainly saying hello. Did you see the train thing? They're launching a train.
The Trans-American Railroad.
That looks so bad.
Down to Florida.
Oh yeah, Chicago to Miami.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks. How long does it take? I've looked into the train travel before. It is very slow. almost bought train.
Yeah, we were deep into the train travel.
We almost bought a train.
You almost bought train?
There's only 81 privately owned.
That's right. We know a couple of the owners.
Yes,
We've called them and asked them. We were very
sounds
deep.
like Indianapolis. I feel like that would be a place for trains. Wisconsin's no different. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, the crossroads of
America. I feel like Indianapolis
is
big on trains.
Yeah, the backbone logistics of the United States of America is certainly some. The port's obviously very, 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 very important. Trains, though, here in Indiana, you'll get stopped at every single time.
Yeah.
But turns out not very convenient to travel, very slow. Can't really pick and choose where you want to go to. There's no real direct trips to anything. You have to go.
Comfy, though.
Boy, you can get this glass top ceiling one, and then beds, and then obviously a living room. We're actually going to do we're going to do a train tour. Yeah, there was going to be one that had a gym. Obviously, there's going to be a lobby, a hangout place. People have their own.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
we really looked into it. I'm telling you, way too.
How long ago?
COVID, right?
Yeah, quite plenty. Yeah,
it was during COVID because obviously you could travel because it's isolated.
Your own cart.
And you'd be able to show up at one of these stops, and it would be a big field at some of these places that we could stop at. So, like, that's how we're the dumbest operation of all time. That was a pretty good idea.
Great.
Until we learned how it would take us 5 weeks to get from basically here to North Dakota, if you really wanted to go. It was going to be the More Cows Than People tour. We're going to go on a train. We're going to show up. It was a whole thing. We were very, very
the
close.
side of one of the carts open, and then the stage is just there, and then you just go.
Yeah. It was.
That's a cool idea. It is a really cool idea.
TM.
Thank you. Trademark. Yeah, we did it. We thought of it. We thought of doing it. And it 40 hours to get from Chicago to Miami.
Not that bad.
What?
Not that bad at all.
I think
thought it was like a speed train or
Cafe.
something.
No,
40 hours.
we don't have those here. That's the problem.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not that. Everybody was saying it was like 10 days.
40 hours?
It is long. You're right.
40
I didn't think it through.
Zito just said it's a work week. 40 hours.
Yeah.
Put it in there, but you get to experience. You get to see things. If there is some of the trains have like really sweet designs. You know, like the window where the window placement is.
Oh yeah.
And then sleeping in it, I assume, is awesome. Legitimately.
You would assume.
You can make that thing pitch black, cold, and there would be constant white noise in the back.
Love it.
Thing.
We should think about resurrecting this idea now that we're talking about
Who was the guy we called that owned
Peter something. I think I might still have his number.
We had actual conversation with this guy. He owns like 4 or 5 of the 81 trains or whatever it is.
So, like, you were going to buy an existing train, or you were going to build a train?
Well, we found out that you do have to do that, and you have to get in the schedule. And it turns out you can't just drop trains onto tracks and just say, I need this to go to this place.
Oh, no, you can't.
Yeah.
But doesn't it feel like there's a lot of trains just sitting around? Like, I feel like there's a lot of trains.
There's a lot of
just sitting
conspiracies around that, too. Obviously, with the trains, where they are and how they can block roads quickly and immediately. Indianapolis has a lot of trains.
Ton.
But I think they're moving. I think they move.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of movement. Arizona, you probably don't see it. I don't know how many trains are coming.
Not many tracks around here. Not many tracks.
Pittsburgh, not a lot of trains, obviously, because the way it is constructed. So I get out here to Indiana. I move to a place that I didn't know. Like, hey, yeah, you're going to get stuck every single day, anytime you want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And they have like a rule. I think it's like a 3-minute rule or a 5-minute rule. I forget what it is. It's some law. Not allowed to be longer than however long it is. Every time you sit in a train, it feels like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then you look left or look right, and that thing's just never ending. I've been hit by a 2-piece.
Oh.
Bang.
Yep.
Thing doesn't lift. Why is the thing left?
No.
Bang. One's coming back this way.
Same.
And it's like, come on, bro.
Terrible.
It is. But thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Of course.
Northeast, that doesn't happen because like all the train tracks or lines, whatever you want to call it, are either underground or they're just like they build the roads underneath or over them so you don't have to get caught.
So what? The subway system, I guess, would be. Is that considered train or no?
They have like the Amtrak up there that can take, like any like the big metro cities
Philly,
in the Northeast.
New York,
yeah, Philly to New York to Boston to
Fast
Providence.
trains or no?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can go Boston to DC in 8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's our best.
Representative.
So Northeast works it the best with the trains. Yeah, because England's awesome. That's like England. I believe the whole country is like the size of Indiana. So you can go anywhere on a train very easily in England.
Do you have the Lot House anywhere over there? Probably not.
Turfmoor is. We have 22,000 people, and it is so much louder.
Do we sell tickets? We sell tickets there?
Sold out. But yeah, you can. Yeah. What do you need?
Oh, I was just wondering if you were doing good business. Sound like you're doing good business.
Yeah.
150 people at the.
I know.
The all-you-can-eat 3-course meal with the other ownership.
Tyler pouring trick shot.
Get a little sticky toffee pudding.
Dude, he's
Get yourself a
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, exactly. Tom Cruise and cocktail.
Flipping the bottle.
Yep. Trick
flipping
shot.
the bottle.
Opening a beer.
Tyler.
Yep. Call this one the booze maker.
Then kicks one.
Yeah.
Boom. Ice cube into each one.
Yep.
Bang. Bang. Bang.
Bang! Bang!
Sweet. I'm in.
He's so good. That's how you guys need to take it to the next level. All right. We appreciate you, man. You're the best. Thank you for joining us every single Wednesday during the football season. Are you working again for CBS? When's that happen?
No, not this weekend. No, I'm off this weekend. I got a little break. I rescheduled it around because we could get Sebastian in this last weekend, so I want to be able to say hi to Sebastian, have him in there, and have my brother, the interview with TJ. So it was a really good show this last Sunday. A lot of fun.
Yeah, Sebastian's awesome.
Love
That's what we've been
Maniscalco.
Oh, yeah.
Have a little culture in our lives. Have a little culture. He's one of the top-selling comedians in the entire world. Sold out Madison Square Garden 5 times.
He stayed at JJ's house.
I know. I heard the convenience in the robe. I didn't know. Sebastian, I have a cat named Sebastian. There's a lot of sea basses.
Really? Where'd that come from?
He's proper lad. You look at him, you think, yes, looks very regal. And Sebastian's
He's got a cat and a dog.
got 4 cats, 2 dogs. One 3-legged cat named Scootsy.
One 300-pound dog.
And one 200-pound cat.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot going on.
The internet comes to his defense, I will say. They came hard that day to his defense.
Chuck's stubborn, fat ass.
Have you noticed, now you have a child, have you noticed the pet attention dropping off at all? Or is it same level?
So Valerie dog, good. Chuck, good. Chuck's always around, though. Chuck is like... he's always around. I think like normally pets just have like a natural ability to know like probably shouldn't just bump into child.
Yeah.
Chuck hasn't got that memo. But
That's
not too proportion.
That is not.
This
is an old photo. He's way better than that. He's fatter.
This is silly. Fatter?
Yeah, that is an old photo.
No.
Chuck has put on at least 30 since then.
We got to call somebody here.
I agree.
He's 2 times closer to the camera than Valerie, who's a pit bull Shar-Pei on the other side. Anyways.
Valerie's a beautiful dog. That is an incredible looking.
What about Chuck?
Valery's the best. She had Valerie just had surgery.
Chuck's beautiful.
She had some spinal disc thing happening. Valerie, she's had surgery.
Ozempic for dogs? Sorry.
Chuck, never mind. All right, I appreciate you guys being fucking.
My dog's on. My dog's on.
I hope you all feel terrible. Valerie almost just died a couple weeks ago. I was telling that story, and you guys can't wait to get your little fat dog jokes in. Hope you all feel terrible.
I got a dog.
No, don't care. Don't feel terrible.
Cages to help my dog. I'm not enabling it to be even larger than it is.
No, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. We try to get Chuck on a treadmill. Guess what? He quits.
Yeah, well.
Oh, they got this food. They got this food that's less calories so they can eat more volume of it so they think they're full, but it's actually way less calories so they're not actually.
All right, we need to get into that.
That
won't help.
Chuck, I'll tell you what. We give him half portions.
Mm-hmm. He steals Val's, right?
No, he doesn't steal Val's, but literally seeking anything that's potentially edible on the ground. He's just looking, and it's like, there's something that looks. Is that plastic? Sweet. Let me go ahead and try to eat that. I mean, it's just never ending. This guy, never ending. And then toys, yeah, right. Those are food.
Sure,
toys are food for Chuck. He's got a good soul though, deep down in there.
He's a good boy.
He does not know the baby thing, the toddler thing though. He's just bumping right. I'm like, yo, bud, what are we doing? Valerie's been awesome. Ozempic for dogs, AJ, I heard you. Okay? I heard you.
Yeah, we need it, I think.
He's not going to let that happen. Once he learns what's taking place, he's like, no, this is not how this is going to go.
I'm still hungry.
He's the best. Dogs are the best, dude. They are.
They're best.
Cats aren't bad either. I grew up in a very anti-cat household. Like, good cat. We have good cats, I think. They're very cool. They are very, very good. Some people have.
What do you do with them?
They just hang out. Legit, they just hang out. That's all you do. They just hang out.
Are they cool enough? Like they let you pet them? Like they'll sit on your lap, or?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, some people I think have cats that are just not like actual domesticated animals.
Yeah.
But if they're like little dogs. They're just little dogs that actually just poop in their own spot, and that's a pretty cool thing. But there's some cats that are bad cats. We're talking like,
oh yeah,
evil cats. They kind of get. I think they give a bad rap.
The ones without fur.
My cat's awesome.
You became
it's a dog.
cat guy.
I hated cats until I got this one.
It's
but
awesome.
I googled what cat is most like a dog and found that breed.
Nice.
So you kind of
cheated.
But your cat's awesome.
Awesome.
They're cool.
Yeah, plays fetch. Meets me at the door.
What?
Only likes me though.
That's a dog.
It's a dog.
Yeah, but it shits in its own spot. You don't have to let it outside.
I can go away for a week and it's completely fine.
Damn.
Yeah, it feeds itself.
How much food do you got to put out in that scenario?
They just graze. So it's like a gravity feeder. Just grazes. Eats on his own pace, doesn't get too fat. It's
And
great.
if you get anything that has moving water, boy, these cats get jacked up. Like,
yeah.
We have a little fountain thing that basically produces water, and it's just like they're finding a watering hole all the different times. And then
You
you
got
see
the Great Gatsby house over there, the fountain.
no,
Nice. Sounds like a nice house, man.
I don't know.
Sounds like a nice house.
Ladies and gentlemen, you plug it. Got it at Target. Got it at Target.
Not to mention the J.C. Penney
Old fountain out front.
Right here, J.C. Penney.
You got the Steinway piano in the foyer also.
I don't understand the piano thing in there. Von Maur. I was in Von Maur a couple weeks ago in Michigan because I forgot a dress shirt for the show.
Great department store.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
They got a pianist live in there still.
Yes, they do.
Still to this day. And it's hard not to just
Classy.
stop and just be like,
Pianist.
pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pianist.
That's an ESPN thing. Jason Kelsey also forgot his dress shirt for the show and had to go to the store to get one. Seems like you guys are forgetting your shirts a lot over there.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
David Allen sends me sport coats, so they're already there. So I just grab that. And then sometimes you forget to gotta wear clothes under that.
Right.
You know, and that's where, boom, Von Maur with the pianist comes through. J.C. Penney delivers real quick. Pianist.
Yeah. Took me a second.
It's quick.
Took me a second. I missed it. I also thought AQ said he ate his cats earlier, and he said he hated cats.
Different kind of cat.
You said cock earlier instead of clock, so it's
I thought it was AJ. Yeah, I thought they were starting to hang out more.
Oh, in Ohio. Jeez, all right, let's get out of here, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that.
Chucky's too fat. He's too fat.
Yeah, but them talking over the Val story was
Unbelievable.
for.
Yeah, she's 12 years old. Don't worry about it. Just another surgery. Just got through it. She's younger than ever now. She's fucking all the way back. She's like 6, 7 years old again.
That's huge.
Then you start to wonder, like, how long has she had this issue? You know, and is she gonna live forever? This Val dog, I hope. 4 times cancer.
I know.
And she had a broken disc in her spine that was pinching some nerve. Damn. Went in there and fixed that. It's like, and now she's fucking all the way back. Chuck had her for a while there in the first half. You know, for the last couple of years, I guess, because she's probably been doing this for a while. Chuck's kind of been a little, you know. Now Val is, we ain't doing that. Just like, settle down, young one. And I'm like, thank you, Val. Maybe she'll get him not to be fat, too.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if that's gonna happen.
If he's stuck in his ways.
Val's a miracle worker. What are we talking about? He's stuck in his ways.
Chuck's a miracle worker, too, because he can still walk.
His joints.
Yeah, I'm worried about him.
He jumps off the couch sometimes. I'm like, oh, they're all 4 going to break.
At Easter, he was just standing there, and he was shaking.
Well, that's
like,
'cause
God, Chuck.
He was kind of off balance.
He wasn't all 4 paws on the ground.
Yeah, but he was using 3 of them at the time because he was working on his one-handed push-up.
One-handed push-up, fair.
But he'll jump off the couch, though, and I'm like, no, because I don't even know how that works. You got to fix all 4 broken legs? I don't know. What is that even? You wagon?
Yeah. Yep.
What if he's on his wheels?
At least he's not a horse.
What is wrong with you? Why are you laughing like that? I'm trying to think about it. This is, what are you doing?
The mental pictures I have right now.
Of him just
That's exactly
all 4. We just put him out to the side. He just fucking sits in a wagon all day.
I'm telling you, dude. Every time he jumps off the couch, I get worried. Every single time. I'm like, you need to let me carry you down here.
Val's got to pull him around in the wagon.
Yep.
Animals are great. Animals are great. All right, let's go to a break. On the other side, speaking of animals, we got AQ Shipley breaking down the top 5 offensive line performance. Top 5 offensive line performances from the NFL Week 3. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on now.
There's 2 returning offensive lines, 3 new ones.
Okay.
Is that accurate?
That is accurate.
Wow. Look at big bodies moving bodies at a rate that AQ is impressed by.
Hell yeah.
Around the league, offensive line play up or down?
It's up, but the one thing we've talked about is a lot of injuries right now, and I get a little nervous because backup offensive linemen, I think it's the biggest position group drop-off.
Wow, not talked about enough. We'll do that on the other side and wrap up all the storylines happening around the sports world, especially in PBR. Have you guys heard what's going on with these Bulls?
Oh, yeah.
They're winning.
Yeah.
All right, we're back on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life like our friends at Dude Wife. Let's face it, coffee makes you dumb.
It does.
True.
And it's pumpkin spice season. So that means a lot of coffee is going to be drank by a lot of people as the weather continues to turn in four-season climates. Well, with a lot of coffee comes a lot of dumping, which means Dude Wipes now has Dumpkin Spice Wipes to clean up those brutal coffee dumps. They smell great and are only available at Target. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice about change your life like Dude Wipes. What's up?
I can't wait to try the Dumpkin wipes.
I mean, just
Dumpkin Spice.
Dumpkin Spice.
describing it as hey, everyone knows after coffee you got some fucking brutal dumps coming. I mean, it's true, but it's just,
Hey, it's good marketing. Dude Wipes, Dude Wipes is trying to think ahead.
Yeah.
Dude Wipes is like, hey, listen, a lot more coffee intake coming right around the corner.
It's true.
We all know what that means.
Dumps. Big dumps.
Dude Wipes trying to look out for you.
Yeah.
It's got good smell, good scent. Only need one bath for your ass every time. Shout out to Dude Wipes. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. Take 5.
Well, nonetheless, as of February 1st, Pat McAfee is officially a contributor with WWE.
Living his dream to be a part of WrestleMania.
I want to see Pat McAfee tonight.
I've been preparing for this my entire life.
McAfee wins! McAfee wins! Pat McAfee has done it again! It's time to toast the boys and toast the brand. McAfee's wanted to drink beer with Stone Cold forever. Stunner!
There was a point in my life, all I could think about doing was professional wrestling.
McAfee closing in on another WrestleMania victory.
First, we're going to have to get the okays, obviously. And we did from people high up. They were the only people that knew for a while. There was like 3 people that knew in the whole world that was going to potentially be a situation for a little bit.
City of Stars, Boston Connors here. We will be there tonight. Nobody's supposed to know we're here. It's going to be tough. And if you're a man that's only known for wearing tank tops, you kind of got to cover it up. I didn't see him. Hey, I'm Pat. Nice to meet you. He's hanging in the back.
One second. Here you go.
Am I putting this on my face? I feel some shit. Who's all going to be in here?
Nobody. This is you until you go out.
Come on, dude. Let's go and take a look around. There's some bunk beds there. There's a shitter and a shower here in the back.
He sat in that bus 6, 7, 8 hours,
Oh,
9,
yeah.
10 hours.
I'm coming down that thing. Holy fuck, what a view that's going to be. Hell yeah. Look at all those fucking people that are going to be there.
Just waiting, for an opportunity to potentially have a WrestleMania moment.
It's ridiculous. This is awesome. WWE is just like the best at operating. They take care of the non-obvious. So we're very thankful to be here. And tonight should be fucking sick. Hell yeah. I think there's like 3 people that know I'm here.
Are we not supposed to come in here?
No, yeah.
All right.
4 now. Look at you.
Won't fucking say a word.
I'll see you at SoFi. You going to be in LA?
I don't know, George. Is it,
It's a loaded question.
George, we don't know, George. You don't know, maybe.
What's up, stud?
Oh, nice.
As soon as I saw George showcase that tight end university tank top, I knew there was a chance old George was about to do something special.
Are you kidding me, boys? Welcome to WrestleMania!
The night was getting late. We weren't sure. We didn't know if a moment was going to pop up where maybe my services could be utilized.
I haven't been in a ring since SummerSlam. Okay, like not even in one.
All I wanted was the Miz to have an opportunity to have a
match,
just a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, good guy, stand there.
And then the Miz mentions, I sent out an open challenge, and we go,
oh my God.
There it is.
And I put out an open challenge, and no one responded. Why? Because I'm the Miz, and I'm awesome!
Let's go!
Wait a minute! I feel McAfee's here!
I have walked out into a stadium as a WWE superstar probably 1,000,000 times in my head.
WrestleMania was missing Pat McAfee in the Pat McAfee Show!
And I'm thankful to the WWE Universe that said hello whenever I came out on that massive fucking stage.
By the way, there's only 2 announcers undefeated in WrestleMania history, me and Pat. I can't believe McAfee's here.
Hello, beautiful people.
What's up, Snoop? What's up, Snoop?
You're a legend, dog. You're the best, dog. Hello, miss. None of us saw this alleged open challenge that you said. But good news. This is my WrestleMania tank top. If you still would like a match, why don't you let me beat your ass right here, right now? You all want to see The Miz versus Pat McAfee right here, right now? I'm the host of WrestleMania, and I cannot make matches official. Miz, I do believe your tiny balls are showing. Tiny balls. Tiny balls. Baby meat as well. There's 80,497 people here. Somebody has to be able to make a match official somewhere.
I am the dog father and the host of WrestleMania, so I feel like I could make that match happen. Right now, we got a ref, we got you, Let's get cracking. I'm out. Let's go.
And McAfee go right after Miz with the right hand, driving Miz back into the corner. Pat McAfee in action. This is a blatant sneak attack. He takes his duties as host of WrestleMania. Oh yes, Spinebuster! Derelict shows up, and check out his tank top though. He's got sparkles on it. You're behind this, aren't you? But no, I had no idea. You said the same thing in the Rumble. I didn't know this guy was showing up. Oh, what a kick by McAfee! Miz.
Hey, baby balls! Baby balls! Tiny meat!
In a $7,000 tuxedo. Yeah, good. George Kittle and the San Francisco 49ers. I'm not sure how wise that was. McAfee's got the official distracted in the ring. Kittle just took out Miz. Kittle telling McAfee to go up top. McAfee heading up to the top rope. And taking out the Miz. Now we're talking. Miz may never win another match. McAfee closing in on another WrestleMania victory. The all-decade punter with a punch to end this thing. Here's your winner, Pat McAfee. A surprise here tonight at WrestleMania Goes Hollywood.
That match was awesome. I had so much fun there. That was a good time. The punt was fucking hilarious. You got a tiny ball champ going. I had a feeling. You're sitting here all day. Oh, I wanted to text you earlier. I was told not to text you.
Well, of course. Nobody fucking texts
I was
me.
told
Okay,
not to
fake,
text you.
dude.
You had a hell of a show. I'm so thankful to the people at the WWE. It was a super cool night, a super cool moment, and I'm very thankful for it all.
5:30 a.m. Sunday. This day started 6:30 a.m. Saturday. So much cool shit happened in between now and then. Joke of an existence. I'm very thankful for everything. Let's go take a nap, please.
What? Hey. What? Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink.
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this White Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. Hour 3 of the program starts now. Football is happening. That's AJ Hawk right there. The connection today, AJ, glitchy.
I don't know what's happening, man. It's I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what happened.
There's a lot going
on. It's been a
on.
long time.
There's a lot going on right now. Well,
I have not been to any Diddy parties. No, I don't know why they're throttling my internet.
we didn't ask about what a little defensive.
That's where Connor was going. No, I've said before. I've mentioned multiple times. There's got to be some innocent people that went to those parties, right?
No
so
chance.
why don't they speak up?
Hey, I don't know. You
tell
us. Top 5 pick.
During the Diddy era?
Click, clack.
Yeah,
Click,
Under
clack,
Armour guy.
No, never crossed paths. I never did.
Tell us about it, AJ.
There's definitely some people there that just happen to pass through and not partake in any of the terribleness, right?
That's not the conversation on the internet right now. Any human that has been in the area heard about you.
Yep.
I'm learning about it. I'm hearing from bodyguards. I'm hearing from people that started businesses alongside. And there's obviously criminals, a lot of people that are in jail that are talking. And it's like, is any of this not true? Because everything is now potentially true.
Yeah.
Like literally everything that's being said is potentially true. It's wild. Some of these things are being reported. Breaking! You're seeing $100 million was. It's like,
what? Makes it tougher, too, to decipher what's real, what's fake. When everybody's talking, people just, it's my turn. Get 15 seconds of fame, make some shit up, too. But then it's a lot of things. It's like,
yeah, that kind of happened. It's happened in the past to a couple stories that are like Tiger Woods. Like when Tiger Woods thing happened, there was just
Yep.
I was at a drive-in movie theater. This guy came in and said, "Hey, who wants it?" And everybody did. And we watched a movie, and this is what he like. That kind of what that story became. This one timeline algorithm is like. Seems like Pat's pretty interested in this. Let's go ahead and throw another notable celebrity that he grew up probably with, and then let's just hear about it real quick. And then all of a sudden you go to Orlando Brown Jr. going, "I told you."
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's not the only one.
And I'm just in my phone. I'm like, oh my God. All right, and then all of a sudden you're now in it.
Yep.
So that's 7-minute video that was like, shit, I should have seen all this. And then it goes right to, you ever hear all the things Eminem has said? And then they break down all of the lyrics that Eminem has had over the years. Eminem's been trying to tell us, it's like, yeah, shit. And then the next one's 50, and it's like, this is, okay, 50 obviously.
Yep.
Okay, that's 50's take on it. I've been telling, okay. And then you go to the next one, it's like, hi, my name's blah. I am former bodyguard. Here's a recording I actually have. Listen to this thing. And it's like, well, what am I listening to? All of a sudden, we got an audio sex tape happening again.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And
you're
then-
trapped in there 20, 30 minutes. And all of a sudden, it's like, what is all of this real?
Yeah.
And then it's like, what does this look like a year from now then?
Ashton Kutcher. What?
To everything. Not just, that's one name. And there's-
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
I didn't say anything. That's-
Literally any human that has been popular throughout my existence has seemingly been like, there's a chance now, if you heard the story that happened with blah, 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 and it's like, that's every fucking human that's ever been on my television. Like,
No.
he's a popular guy. To AJ's point, I'm sure it's plenty of innocent people who just been in.
I mean, maybe, good luck to everybody out there.
Say, if they aren't the breaker of chains, he's war ready, and he's gonna find out.
And then there's that other guy too. There's another guy that breaks down so many different
Long hair
things.
guy?
Yeah, long hair guy with the stash.
Long hair guys, but I
He's a
love
weapon.
all of them preface their videos. This is just for entertainment purposes only.
It's just me telling you information that is public knowledge.
Now, with that being said, and they got their face in front of this.
Yeah.
Do you see this headline?
Yeah. Read it, you can read it right here at.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm trapped in here, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fucking trapped in here.
And they are 9 to 10 minute videos.
So long. These are the longest videos I've ever watched on X in my life. And then I know X loves that.
Oh yeah.
So X is like,
Oh,
here
you like
comes-
this one?
Oh, wait.
Boom,
Boom. We got a
boom,
longer
boom.
one here. And then we'll hit you with a little 50-cent 10-seconder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is a free content, 10-minute video.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it is. It is Gary Vee. And
Yeah.
I don't know if that's everybody's algorithm though right now.
Oh, yeah.
Tough to escape.
Because it reaches everything. Sports, music, politics. It's like whatever your algorithm is, it's like we got something It's a big one. And listen to what he said at the white party in the Hamptons one time. Whoa!
And then you scroll, and then it's a guy whose Twitter got deleted for mean memes, and a bunch of those pops up. And then you keep scrolling, and it's the guy with the massive backpack again.
We would like everybody to know we are sorry to anybody that is a victim to anything, but boy, it is a wild time to be alive right now.
Yeah.
Especially on the internet, let alone everything else that's going on in the individual sectors of the things that are being reached by this one situation. Sports are great.
They are.
Love sports.
Yep.
Good distraction, but my algorithm somehow has forgotten about sports seemingly.
I know.
I don't know what that's all about.
He was about to buy a team. I'm trying to buy a team.
Who's that?
Was he really?
Yeah. The Panthers.
When Tepper bought it, he was part of a different group that was very close to getting it.
Puff.
Yeah.
Sean.
Really?
Sean was?
Yeah.
There's people coming from every name era.
Yeah.
You know.
Not White. Not Sean White.
Jeez. I was about to say.
No, white people.
I started thinking of Sean.
Jeez,
I
Louise.
just spit my water out. I started thinking about Sean.
There's Sean Combs
That
is
would
what
be
we're talking
very
about.
mad that their name might be, associated
Okay,
with
yeah.
that.
And
then that name turned out.
Hey, real quick. This is all entertainment purposes. That's what we're currently saying. Nonetheless, it's a wild time to be alive. We're lucky to be here. We are incredibly thankful for sports to be the thing that we focus on because it feels like, and I've been a sports student my whole life, literally full-time commitment to sports. Everybody has known it. Everybody around me has known it. That is how it goes. Sports and wrestling, which, similar.
And
Same exact thing. And music.
Which,
I guess everybody. But whenever you think about what happens in the political worlds, like what's going on there, every once in a while that'll dabble in. The entertainment world right now, what's going on there. All these other like banking, everything is fucking. And then it's like, I'm so thankful that the thing that I have been on is always going to be great.
Yeah.
Sports are always going to be amazing. I think it's because people enjoy watching people compete against each other. People enjoy talking shit. People enjoy like those magical moments. I hope that sports can continue to be like a big distraction for people, especially in the time that we're in right now.
Yeah. Need it. Now more than ever.
Everybody I listen to music-wise, I don't know what's going on behind the stories of the music that they're singing.
I know.
Yeah, and you would think like, hey, we're safe in country music, and then new information comes.
All right, see, there's a lot.
What happened there?
What happened there?
What happened there?
It's a completely different.
Don't worry
Yeah, I
about
mean,
it.
there's just. It's a wild time to be alive. College ball has been phenomenal, though. I think that is something we've been lucky to be a part of the last few years. We've been baptized in college football through the game day relationship with ESPN, and it's like there's storylines brewing very, very, very heavily. And with the 12-team playoff coming at the end of the season, it's like, was the beginning of the season just going to be all eyes on the playoff, all eyes on the playoff all year? Is that what everybody's going to talk about? It's like, no, we got a lot of twists and turns. It's time for some college ball convos as we go to Hammer, Dahn, with AP Tone.
Yep, let's get it started this week. Let's start with AJ Hawks, Ohio State Buckeyes. Guess what, AJ? The preseason's over, okay? You dog-walking MAC teams in Marshall, those days are over because you're only 23-point favorites against Michigan this week, but then you have Iowa, Oregon, Nebraska, and Penn State.
Michigan State.
Yes. Yeah. Did I say Michigan?
Yeah, you did.
That's on me. I mean, it would have been the same spread. Those teams are the same.
I don't think so.
Whoa.
Michigan, big win over USC. They found their identity.
Yep.
Yeah,
A little bit more respect.
maybe. But no, a lot of people have forgot about Ohio State just because they haven't played anybody yet, and that's not their problem. That's just what the schedule is, and they've looked incredible. But now we get to see Ohio State going to Michigan State and then starting their Big Ten schedule, and we're going to see, and I think they are still the wagon everyone thought they might be.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch this Ohio State team this year. Obviously, they spent a lot of money, and everybody's talking about it. Money being talked about, by the way, and I think it's part of the college ball convos. We'll wait on it, but it's a big conversation that's taking place right now over there in UNLV. Tone Diggs, what the hell's going on with Matthew Sluka? It feels like every tweet it's kind of going back and forth on what actually happened and what didn't happen from sources from school, sources from collective, sources from agency, sources from family. There's source-off seemingly happening with the UNLV Matthew Sluka situation. Can you explain what it is for the people and then break down where we currently stand?
Yeah, so the UNLV quarterback, Matthew Sluka, he played at Holy Cross for 4 years. He's a fifth-year senior. Came into UNLV this year, and then this morning or late last night, he put out this post that basically said he's not going to play for UNLV at all anymore this season. He's going to redshirt this year, so he's not going to lose the season, and he's going to transfer and go somewhere else. And then there was reports that after the 3-0 start by UNLV, that he went into the coach's office to ask for more NIL money, and it doesn't seem like that's the truth. The more, I don't want to say official reporting, but the more official reporting, because everyone with an actual journalist background, your Pete Thamels and those of that nature, say that there was a verbal agreement for $100,000 for him to come to UNLV. Just a verbal agreement, nothing signed, nothing on paper, which, good idea there. That he got $3,000 for as a stipend to move to UNLV, but has not seen another dollar of the $100,000. And really just wants that $100,000 that he was verbally promised. And it doesn't seem like that's going to happen, so he's not going to play anymore.
Now, that was an assistant coach that allegedly made the verbal commitment of $100,000. And then that goes into the question of, how much do the coaches have say over the collective who's doing the paying, and are they even allowed to have say, and how does that whole thing work? And then there's a ruling coming out at some point about, a salary cap for every single college that is hopefully going to right this entire ship. But this is like a perfect depiction of, I think from the very beginning, why I've been saying the guardrails are needed. Not only for, everybody thinks I say that because I'm knocking the players getting money. I'm not knocking players getting money. What I'm knocking is shitty deals being made that aren't real, and they're being done with people that don't understand business or the business or have any background in this particular business at all. It's obviously the schools want guardrails because everybody's spending out of control. There's no market. We don't know what other people are paying. We don't know what the comps are. We don't know when we can pay. We don't know any of this stuff, schools. And it's a collective pay, and it's not us. They own it. But for players, there's been a lot of these deals. I think some of them have been much larger and spotlighted more, where they're promised one thing, and then they never get it. And that's because the deal was a fugazi. The deal was maybe just not upheld. And it's well, who do you complain to? Well, really, court, I guess. But how does that even go into this entire thing? So there's been bad deals that have been taking place for families and players since the beginning of this NIL thing, since way before that, where guys either don't get paid out or there was a Florida case, I think $7 million or something like that, that was allegedly a deal and it didn't work out a couple years ago. So the ruling of this salary cap thing, where the schools and the teams are going to manage the money to whoever for at least the seeming contracts year to year, that's good news because then it's legit. Then you know who is actually paying it, how it's supposed to come. There'll probably be a pay schedule on how it all works out. But some of these deals feel like a little bit of bullshit. And I think if what is happening from the Sluka family side is happening, though I believe the school officials and other people said that's not true, we didn't do that. It's you agreed to a bad deal that isn't a deal, that wasn't a deal, never a deal. And you expected that, and now you're not getting it. And it's how many other situations are happening like this, where the player doesn't just say, you know what, I'm done. 3 games in, 3-0, and he goes, I'm done. That's a big
nuts.
That's a massive decision. You're obviously going to piss off a lot of people. Your teammates, going to piss off, obviously, everybody that's worked alongside you to get to this point. Coaches that have nothing to do with this, aside from the assistant coach that promised it, obviously not happy. So to have the shins to be able to be I'm going to take it on the shins very heavily here and be I'm going to get the money that I was told to get is a big stance. But how many other times has this happened? I don't know. But I'm happy for there to become regulations to kind of monitor this whole thing because we don't know what the story is. We don't know what the story is. But this situation was one that I thought everybody should have seen coming potentially from a player's perspective because deals are bad on a pretty regular basis in the world of business.
Yeah, and you look at UNLV right now, them being 3-0, there's a chance that they're one of that group of 5 teams. They could make the playoff. They could win the Mountain West and make the playoff, but you also kind of understand, I mean, having only watched this kid once, he plays at Holy Cross for 4 years, but he's one of those guys, we always talk about, hey, if you ball out, you shouldn't be worried about making your NIL money, the NFL is going to pay you, but this is a kid who's probably not going to play in the NFL. This may be his only opportunity. This is his last year in college football. Obviously, he's going to redshirt now, but he potentially was never going to get this opportunity to get $100,000 ever again. Who knows what his major is? Who knows what he's going to do after this? So, like you said, having the nutsack when you're 3-0 and like people are starting to talk about you to be like, you know what? No, I was promised $100K. They're not going to pay me, so fuck them.
Now, people are going to call him a bad teammate,
For
and
sure.
obviously selfish and everything like that, which easy argument to make whenever this situation happens. But on the flip side, it's like, how selfish is it of the assistant coach? Because he's probably weighing his options, his side. Now, we don't know if this was even, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to track any of this.
Yeah.
You know, who,
Especially verbal.
it's a he
like-
said, she said, he said, coach said situation in the entirety of it. But he said one of the reasons why he went there is because there was conversations that happened everywhere. So it's like, how often does this happen? And how often are players just not saying anything because they're like embarrassed to be the ones who maybe were a part of a deal that was a fugazi? Because that's like an embarrassing situation too, obviously, in it all. It's a wild time.
Very well. And like you said, I don't know how they figured it out, but they need to figure it out and quick. And when you have, I mean, you talked about bad deals always been out there. That's even in writing. So verbal, you got to get whatever you got in writing. And obviously, it's a learning situation for him. And you, to Ty's point, you got to have some big nuts, pause to say, because you're going to be painted as a bad guy. You're the guy that everybody sees. You're the guy that everybody knows. So you got to be able to take that on the shins.
Yeah, it definitely does. Big story, though, because this is the NIL thing coming to a tipping point, and is this a situation that is maybe putting it there, and when's the judgment come? I don't know. Tone, that's a big storyline. That's a big college ball convo right now, even though UNLV, obviously not one of the big dogs. Maybe future.
Yeah, maybe. Could be.
Can't be making potential fake.
I like this.
Give you $1 million.
Yeah. What do you think?
Give you 10 bucks.
What do you think?
Huh? What are they paying? $9 million? Sweet. How about 18? Oh, we got a fucking guy. It's Las Vegas. We got money.
You good?
We're good, right?
Let's
sign
let's
right
do
here.
this shit.
Sign right here. This is a good sign. Hey, you're getting a good car here. You're getting a good car here.
I think Mr. Davis loves that program too, so it could be a situation.
Yeah, exactly. That's another sell. Guy who owns an NFL team. You ever see and WNBA team? You don't think he has enough money to pay you? He wants you. Come on.
Certainly does.
Sorry, you don't need to test drive this thing. Not at all. Don't worry about it. It's great. You kind of hear a little sound when it turns on. That's actually because the engine's too strong. Sign this fucking thing. Yeah, that's literally what it could be. And these college coaches are recruiters. They are car salesmen.
Yeah.
Like that is a part of it. So if it is just an assistant coach just being like, $100,000? Yeah, no problem. No problem. We got you $100,000.
Get that one night at the casino.
Come on, bub. Come on. Yeah, you want to be a rebel. Yeah,
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think?
Deal. All right. Now I got to go. How much I got to promise this kid?
Yeah. 200? 300?
What do you need? 77 grand? No problem. We just got 100 grand out of nowhere. That's wild. That's a wild potential reality happening. Like that is, that's a real deal. Go ahead, Tony. What else should we be talking about in the college ball world?
The big one, Pat. The highest ranked September game since 2017. Georgia at Bama. Number 2, Georgia at number 4, Bama. Milroe versus Carson Beck. DeBoer's first game versus Georgia. Kirby's coming off 2 weeks. Well, they're both coming off a bye, but Kirby's got 2 weeks of just piss and vinegar after that Kentucky performance. But this one is huge. Down in Bama. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I think so. The weather's a real deal here.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. This is some alleged real weather. Not just like, hey, can you play in rain? It's like, hey, this might be an ugly.
Yeah. Blood and guts.
I think it's supposed to clear out for Saturday night.
Okay, I hope that is the case. We have not looked at the Doppler much further than tomorrow, which is very selfish, very, very selfish. We do apologize for that, but it's a big one down there.
Yeah, Kirby also talking about how, like, sure, it's on the coast. It might not affect Bama as much, but it will affect their travel. Because with Georgia, it's like, hey, when can you actually get to
Which
Bama?
we are all wondering.
Yeah, so that would be even worse for Georgia if they got to leave a little early, sleep in a hotel maybe couple nights versus just the night before.
He also said that Saban isn't coaching the team, obviously, but he recruited a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
There's still Saban's fingerprints all over this. And Kalen DeBoer, here's a Hembo stat I got about Kalen DeBoer, who has won everywhere.
Yep.
Literally won everywhere that he's been. Kalen DeBoer as an underdog whenever he was at Washington. Okay, so this is his last stop. He was there for a couple years, took him to the national championship. Washington hadn't really been in that type of stage since like the 90s or something. 2022 at Oregon, won. 2022 at Texas, or versus Texas, won. 2023 at Oregon State, won. 2023 versus Oregon, Pac-12 title game, won. 2023 versus Texas, won. 2023 national championship against Michigan, lost. 5-1.
Okay.
Damn.
Whenever underdog. Pulls from that a lot, I'd assume. He's a good ball coach, AJ. He is a good ball coach at Kalen DeBoer.
I like every clip I see of him coming out, everything he's doing. Yeah, those players definitely seem to be bought in.
I wonder if he'll be on program tomorrow. That's a good question. I don't know. We do have a relationship with him.
Yep.
I accidentally told him with my outside voice that I fell asleep during his game.
Sure. Light one.
I fell asleep. Boy, I thought it was going to be Oregon on the call this morning.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to be you. Congrats, Coach.
Good work.
And he said, well, our style of play is not one you fall asleep during. It was like valid. In their current team right now, explosive. I got some more stats here. Jalen Milroe stats here from Hembo, who was an absolute weapon. Last 2 seasons versus zone, his QBR 87.2 versus man. Not as good. If Georgia decides to go man, this will be an interesting game for Jalen Milroe. On that note, if the weather is sloppy, I think we need to worry about who's
pounding.
And Jalen Milroe is quite a weapon to be pounding rock.
You play man against Jalen Milroe, you turn your back. Good luck stopping that guy when he runs.
Yeah, I would like to see the percentage of man versus zone against Jalen Milroe. Never want to end up like this one here.
Nope.
And one of those stats with the
one spy guy. Good luck catching it. Like one spy is tough on a guy like him.
Congrats to Kalen, seemingly being one of the only people that could have stepped in after the guy you're replacing. He retired, obviously, but the field's named after him.
Yeah,
like it's his field, and he is awesome. Yeah. Like getting to talk to him and learn about him, he is awesome. I think he still has an office in the building.
Hell yeah.
And Kalen DeBoer has to be confident enough, comfortable enough to implement his own culture and his own thing. I think he's playing music. He's doing his own way. But also understanding, like, Nick Saban is Nick Saban. And what a wonderful, seemingly, how it's all going. I don't know how many people can handle that. Ego-wise, which goes back to, like, Kalen DeBoer, perfect guy for this. Yep. He just loves ball.
Yeah, loves ball. And like you said, I mean, like, if you're a winner, you're a winner. Like, he's won everywhere, and a lot of people are like, well, he's coaching D3 or whatever it was, but like...
He's got D3 guys, too.
Exactly.
So the other guys have D3 guys. He's got D3 guys, too.
Exactly, and he has. Like, it's, I mean, everywhere he's gone, he's won, and yeah, sure, Bama has unbelievable recruits, but for him, I mean, they looked... and who knows how good Wisconsin's going to be, but they looked unbelievable against Wisconsin on the road in a tough place to play.
Yeah, and teams are having,
Yeah.
Everybody seemingly up and down. That Tennessee team...
filthy.
Which leads to, I guess, the next college ball convo here from Tone.
Yeah, Pat, we have just like the Georgia-Bama game is huge, but we have got kind of pseudo playoff games this weekend. Now, they're not 99% playoff games, like 100% playoff games, but Oklahoma State at K-State, like they both looked bad last week and got beat, and it's starting to look more and more like the Big 12 is going to be a one-team conference in the playoffs. So, like, or if you want to be a two-team conference for the Big 12,
West Virginia.
You cannot. Well, yeah, West Virginia, sure.
Yeah, we got losses.
As that one team.
Yeah,
but with 2 losses already, the 2 losses probably already not. But like, if Utah looks like they look, and then you're trying to get a second, you can't lose again if you're Oklahoma State or K-State in that situation. Louisville, Notre Dame, you already lost Northern Illinois. If you lose again, you're screwed there. ACC, are they going to be a one-team conference? I don't know. If Miami's really, really, really good, they could definitely get a second team in Clemson or Louisville. But Louisville beating Notre Dame would go a long, long way to getting into the playoffs. Illinois at Penn State. Illinois is 4-0, and they look great. The schedule, it's okay coming up. They obviously still have some big matchups left. But if Illinois can get by Penn State, that is huge for them. Penn State, I think they could lose this one if they really want to, but it's 19-point favorites. That's not going to look good to the playoff committee. You're going to have to win out against Ohio State and USC and maybe the Big Ten championship as well. And then the at-large, Boise's got one super close loss to Oregon, which is starting to look better and better the more Oregon plays. And Wazoo's 4-0. So this one could be a huge one in the playoff committee's eyes for that at-large bid as the Group of 5, highest-ranked Group of 5 team at the end of the season.
Yeah, saying it's exactly win or go home, I guess,
Correct.
is a little misleading there. It's just like, hey, these are ones some of these teams are going to have to win. If they lose, it's going to be a little bit bleak. How about Penn State being on there? 4-0 Illinois team, you guys are favored by 19? Oh.
I mean, have you seen the whiteout? Have you seen that experience up there? Have you seen that atmosphere? 7:30 at night, Happy Valley.
We are Penn State.
There it is. We are Penn State.
Did you guys start that?
Hell yeah.
Really?
Joe Pa did, right? Didn't Joe Pa say, like, hey,
we know we did.
You know that fucking song?
There's a guy named Guido D'Elia who was the marketing guy when I was in
What's
school.
his name?
Guido D'Elia.
That's D'Elia?
I think it's D'Elia. D''E''L.
Oh, okay.
IA.
Does he play for Coach?
Am I saying that right?
Bocce
It's
team?
Chris.
No, this is a different. This is not
This is Guido.
Chris. This is
Guido D'Elia?
I don't know if that's his actual name either.
I mean, you can fact check me. I guarantee I'm right on.
I
Andy's from
appreciate-
Pittsburgh, and he developed the whole thing.
Guido did.
Yeah.
He
Guido
composed
did.
Zombie Nation.
Well, he started this part. Wait, it's coming.
It's D''ELIA. Yeah.
That's
Fucking
Guido.
sad.
Former Penn State football branding director Guido D'Elia, now working for College Football Playoff. We got the right one in there.
Look at the stash in the background. Holy fuck.
That doesn't look like a D'Elia back there, but I will tell you,
That guy's a weapon.
he's part of the college football. Look at him. He's fucking taking notes. He's doing
Hell
the
yeah.
entire thing.
In the committee.
Kid's got a good jawline there with that beard next to him. Mm-hmm. That thing's cut real tight. You see that jawline?
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Holy shit.
Looks like Khabib.
He does look like Khabib a
Khabib.
little bit.
Oh, you're talking about MMA superstar?
Yeah.
How's he doing? See, there's another thing.
Well, yeah. A lot of stuff on the internet there.
Let's go back to the college ball combos, shall we? Utah, you already said it, kind of.
Yeah, I did. The Utah is currently the big dogs of the Big 12. They come in from the Pac-12 and a huge win last week against Oklahoma State. It was 22-6 with like 6 minutes left last week. You know the Harley riding Kyle Whittingham, who's been there for 19, 20 years, is awesome. And the defense, like Utah travels with defense and running game, and they do not lose at home. It doesn't matter if Cam Rising is playing or not, or if it's the younger brother of Zach Wilson, Isaac Wilson. Utah comes in and just lays their nuts on the Big 12, and they don't have to play West Virginia, so they are the early front runners to win the Big 12 here.
I like that. Zach Wilson's little brother looks like Zach Wilson in his pro day right there.
Yeah, he does.
You see him just drifting backwards, flipping. I mean, that's a nasty throw. Cam Rising, once again, can't talk about this enough. Maybe the most unlucky.
Yep.
He fell on the sideline, water cooler, split his finger on his throwing hand, had to get stitches. Like now is just in the middle of a game. Last year got hurt, obviously. Just water cooler splits his hand open, has to get stitches on his throwing hand.
Brutal.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That is very unlucky.
He should be back.
And then I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's like a whole, but like that happening to him. So
Yeah.
last year, Pig Farmer. This year, Zach Wilson's
Yeah.
little brother spinning it. Utah's going to be good, man. Utah's going to be good. They're lucky they don't have to play West Virginia.
Yeah,
We'll
super
see 'em,
lucky.
though.
That
We'll
was
see
part.
'em.
That was part
Down
of
the
it.
road.
That was nice of you to throw that in there, Tom. They don't have to play West
But that was
Virginia.
part of it. That's part of it because nobody wants to play in Morgantown. And nobody wants to play nears on the road either.
Yeah. Just ask
I would
Kansas.
love to play them
Penn State
14
was
times this year.
Who?
The Mountaineers. Just give them to me every week.
What's your problem?
Come on.
We didn't play our best game. There's a delay.
I mean, I look like a prophet. I called it. 20 points at halftime, win by 25. It was damn close.
Yeah, but there was a delay. It wasn't.
There was the delay.
There's 2 halftimes.
It wasn't
Right,
actual football. That was a 5-hour cricket match where football was being played. We weren't ready for that, and that's on us. Next time we'll know there's going to be a 2.5-hour delay in the middle of this game, and we'll come back stronger, better than ever. And I know you guys had a smaller locker room over there, and we had access to the entire building for that delay, and you would think that would have benefited us.
I mean, you guys watched the whole damn film. You had the whole thing. It couches,
It might
beds.
have been the issue.
Yeah, everything.
We got too comfortable.
Thunderstorm. It was
Like,
loud.
yeah,
Loud.
like I said,
noise.
A lot of noise.
give me all 12
Noise
games
going on.
plus 2 playoff games in West Virginia this year, and I'm happy.
Okay.
Teams have bad games, like you at Bowling Green when you were
Yeah,
down,
the week
came
later
back.
when you
And
made
they
it.
Oh,
still
it
won.
happens.
They still won, though.
It happens, though.
The difference is we came out on top, Gumpy. All right?
Bowling Green's
Unlike
You going
Dolphins.
undefeated?
Good football.
You going undefeated?
Dolphins.
Penn State going undefeated, AQ?
They might.
Is Penn State going undefeated?
We got the Buckeyes somewhere in there. We'll see. Comes down to that
might.
game.
Always does.
Penn State Nittany Lions have done the whiteouts 19 times, 11-8. So
Jesus.
okay.
Uh-oh.
Is Bielma coming in again? Run the ball down their throat.
It's 19 big games. That's big games. That's what that means.
Yeah, you guys won 11 of them. That's all.
111 of them. It's above 50%.
Hell yeah, hey, way to
Hell
go.
yeah.
Not bad.
We are 5 hundo.
No. I think 11. That's 3 over 500.
Yeah, but it's
Carry the
home.
one.
I mean, I'm no
Three
mathematist,
more.
but
What was your record in the Whiteout
carry
games?
the one.
Remember?
It's a great question. We beat Notre Dame. We beat Ohio State.
Oh.
We beat Michigan. who had Rich Rod, which is another West Virginia product. Just keep giving me those West Virginia products.
You throwing Michigan in there at that time that's
I mean, it was
nice.
like 40.
Time? What are you talking about?
45-14. That's a big ass win.
Yeah, it's a white
Yeah, they stunk.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
I don't think he was given a fair shake up there. And there was a lot of us that potentially knew it wasn't going to work in Ann Arbor. And now that I know even more about Ann Arbor than I did at the time, I don't know how anybody thought that was ever going to work.
Me neither.
Yeah, legitimately. I mean, we all had questions. Like, those kids got options, right? They got options up there? Yeah, a lot of them. It's like, they're not going to. Rich Rod shit ain't going to fly. That ain't going to. And turns out, they did not.
Rick, what was the O-line coach's name? It certainly wasn't going to fly up there.
Yeah, Trickett.
Yeah. That guy.
First ever whiteout, and this is something about Penn State. They'll power through it. First ever whiteout was a loss to Purdue in 2004. How about 2005?
Who was that? Kyle Orton?
Could be.
Yeah, he was a good
Good player.
Number 6. AJ remembers that game quite well. That 2005 game, yeah. Tom Bowley, sack around the corner. Troy Smith, fumble, game over. See you later. Keep it moving.
You lost to Michigan.
Yeah, that was Chad Henne, Lamar Woodley, everybody. We did lose that one.
So you didn't beat Michigan.
So you didn't beat Michigan.
Oh, it must not have been a whiteout game.
Wow, we're just making things
but
up.
It was 2008.
You went to the 2010 one and you were having so much fun. You're like, it feels like I'm playing. Yeah, I remember.
I would say Rich Rod was at
There's
WVU
07,
win.
08. Those are good wins. Juice Williams. Rashard
Minnow?
No, who's the receiver? Who was the receiver? The first round receiver.
Ben?
Yeah, really.
Ben. Yeah.
Hawks obviously coming in 2009.
4 OTs.
Yeah, I was gone then.
All right. Well, I hope it works out for you guys. Actually,
So I was 3-1 in whiteout games.
we
Not
need
bad.
you guys to win for the good of West Virginia strength of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because whenever you guys went late egg against the MAC the next week, that kind of hurt us.
I agree.
You know,
it made us drop in the polls on a bye week.
Yeah, well, I think you
Rightfully
guys
so.
earned that. Like, you need to make us look good, too. You know, you give me West Virginia, give me West Virginia, give me West Virginia. You might not want to play us again, pal.
No.
And we might be in that college football playoff. Okay? You might have to fucking stare down the beast that is
I
Gary
hope
Green.
you're in that playoff, and that game is in Penn State. And I hope there's 6 fucking delays.
When?
And I hope we beat the dog piss out of them.
We're used to noise. It's Morgan time.
Well, are you?
Yeah.
Are you all?
Yeah.
Are all you used to noise?
Was that a sold out game?
Yes, it was. So it was a 2.5 hour delay.
How about the backyard brawl? Where was that game? Was that in West Virginia?
No, it was Pittsburgh. It was sold out though. Second sellout. I think.
In Pittsburgh?
Yeah, legit.
At Acrisure?
Yeah, sold out.
At the sure, baby.
Wow.
Hosting actually might bring people to pick games though. That offense can actually move. You know,
That's the Alabama kid?
Yeah, it's worth watching. And they got that offense coordinator, K. Bell. They're running.
They're rolling.
They're rolling. Are you worried about them?
I mean, no. Not even a question.
What'd you say? You're just not in the big leagues yet? Isn't that what you said about West Virginia?
I sure did.
It's cute. It's a cute little thing. You guys doing your whole song and dance show there. Oh, yeah, this is fun. You're not the big boys. Isn't that what you said?
That's exactly what I said.
What an asshole line. There are some teams, though, that are much bigger than other teams.
Oh, yeah.
And that Penn State-West Virginia matchup, whenever you just looked at the TV, it was like, wow.
Tell.
That team's seemingly bigger, faster, stronger than that team right there. But we got more grit. We know it. And you won't want to see this West Virginia team at the end. Well, 2 hour delay, they got too soft.
Grit. We're talking about.
No, and it got softer in 2 hour delay.
Oh, got it.
These are high strung athletes that we got down there that are ready to go. 2 hour delay slowed them down.
Maybe they shouldn't have watched the whole film in the first half, because then they looked at it like, Jesus Christ, we got a chance. Guys, for you.
Shouldn't have seen the clips.
They should have seen the clips.
You think they saw the same thing I saw whenever I look at the screen? Wow.
They're like, holy shit, we got a turnover. We're going to turn it right back over to them. We don't want any part of this.
Listen, Coach Neil Brown's got it sorted.
I assumed he went in and was like, all right, guys, let's get some video games going. Let's get some get a couple episodes of The Office on there. You guys just kind of relax, have fun.
Go get
chill
some
out.
chocolate milk.
Yeah. Chocolate milks for the boys, everybody.
Neil Brown's got the team buzzing. You don't want to see us at the end of the year.
You're
You
right.
just need to know that. Let's talk that last one, Tone Diggs, I saw in there. Oklahoma makes a quarterback change. This was a big deal, Tone Diggs. Big deal. They ran Dylan Gabriel out of town.
Yeah,
for this entire
it is a
thing.
big deal because of that. There's a lot of layers to this, and obviously the Tennessee defense had a part of this because they're incredible. But yeah, it starts with Dylan Gabriel last year, and the story coming out of Oklahoma was they let him walk because they loved 5-star freshman quarterback Jackson Arnold so much that they were able to let Dylan Gabriel walk. Now, Venables came out this week and said you can't force Dylan Gabriel to stay. That was not the right story. And then so they go with Jackson Arnold and 4 starts into his career. They don't love what they're seeing there, apparently, or they love so much what they're seeing from Michael Hawkins, who is a true freshman, who is more of an athlete than Jackson Arnold. It doesn't mean Jackson Arnold's not an athlete, but Michael Hawkins is a tremendous athlete. So they're making a change there. And I assume he's going to be the quarterback of the future going forward in that program, because you're not going to be able to keep both of those guys, I don't think.
Jackson was the number 1 dual threat quarterback coming out of high school. So him being awarded that title, and then Dylan Gabriel being run out of town, and then that game going the way it went, boy, they were cooking this dude on the internet. He was getting cooked. Young kid, I assume he has massive amount of talent. This Hawkins guy came in, did look a little nervous early, and then they I think Venables thinks the future's bright. But you mentioned it there when you were talking about this. That Tennessee defense was flying around. They hurt 3 dudes on one drive. AJ, I don't know if you saw this. Just standard hits. They cleaned. The first one was knocking guy out of bounds. They ran a highlight of that. Guy gets knocked out of bounds on the sideline. He was wide open. Bang. Gets sent 6-7 yards in there. And then he's on the ground, and he's taking a breather for a second. And then he goes to the sideline. Like 2 plays later, they run a guy. Somebody tackles somebody from the back, hits him in like the back. He ends up down, running back, I think. He ends up down, like visibly shaken, but they're Oklahoma's trying to run a little hurry up there. So they get him back up. They put him in the back. They hand the ball off to him. He fumbles it, picks it up to himself. So the ball bounced off the ground. He picks it back up. But if you go back a play before that, he was not around. And then down at the, whenever it gets into the red zone, another just it was like all legal shots. These weren't like blindside shots. It's like one team is hitting so hard right now in Tennessee, and then Oklahoma's defense got out there, and they were
awesome too.
They were that game was awesome to watch because of how violent and physical and fast the defenses were looking. Because it was like 12-3 or so. I forget what the score was. The score was shit.
Yep.
And I was like, this is like maybe the best football game I've watched all year right now. And it was led by the defenses flying. And Tennessee's defense is obviously not mentioned at all in the lead up to this game. It was Oklahoma's defense with Venables, and then it was Heupel's offense. Heupel's got an axe to grind too, going back in there, and his speech afterward was wonderful. Like, that was a cool moment with that entire locker room when he said, thanks for doing a little extra for me, and obviously, like, that's going to bring their team. Nico shows up with the game ball. This one's for you. That's an emotional moment that's going to continue to build that team, but it's like Tennessee's defense wasn't talked about at all going in there, and it felt like they were not happy about that. And that was an awesome game.
No, it was all Oklahoma's defense, which did play. They played about as good as you could play. It's just Tennessee's defense played better, and obviously Tennessee's offense played better. But Tennessee, James Pierce Jr. is a top 5 pick in every single he's the DN for Tennessee. Is the top 5 mock draft pick in every single person's mock draft. And he's not the only one on that D-line. They can go get it.
Fast. Everybody was just so fast. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Tom. Good work.
Oh, yeah, Tony.
It looks so fast.
Yeah.
The defense looks
too fast. Too fast for how big they are. Shouldn't be able to run that fast when you're that big.
Well, and there was no whole. It was like old.
It was
school.
old school. It was old school. Like, here we go. All right. Like, yeah, one of those fun games. All right, who's getting knocked out of this game next is what I'm thinking.
It was fun. It was really. But in that one drive, 3 dudes got hurt just from tackles. And
violent.
Yeah, so it was real. It was like, damn, this is. And they were all like legal, no helmet to helmet. It was just like physical shots happening. It was SEC football, baby.
Yeah, stacked this year.
I thought Tennessee was going to win because of the Heupel effect, because everything that was kind of going in there and the way Tennessee had been playing in their offense and everything like that. And then as you continue to like look into it, it's like, wait a second, Venables might have the thing that's needed here. And then all questions were kind of around the quarterback play for Oklahoma. Are you going to be able to keep up? They make quarterback change in it becomes a story out of Oklahoma. But that city was cool. That was a cool place to kind of do the football, because it's like so historic. Seemingly.
Yeah.
Felt like I was in, I said this a few times, felt like I was in like a movie about football, like college football. And then Blake Shelton shows up, crushes.
Always.
Absolutely crushes. Wish we would have got a song up.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
I should have tried to get him to sing a little bit. He had a couple pops afterwards.
I don't doubt it.
Getting ready for that game.
Mm-hmm.
What a legend that guy is. That was fun, Oklahoma. Hey, thank you, Oklahoma.
Hell yeah.
Tennessee might be a lot better than people, man. Might not just be a fast gimmick offense.
Yeah.
Because Heupel afterwards gave a whole speech about Tennessee defense being legendary and started rattling off all the names of he was like, our defense knows that Tennessee plays good defense. He started rattling off names. I forgot about Reggie White, I think, Eric Barrett. He started going through names. He's like, Tennessee, we play good defense here. And it was like, I think a lot of people forgot that because of Nico Iamaleava.
Absolutely. I got a question for AP Tono. What does the number 7 ranked Miami Hurricanes, what does Cam Ward and the boys got to do? I know they got a big test coming up with VTech.
Yeah,
what do they got to do to make the headline?
Yeah, they can't make the college ball club.
Well, D-Butts, I don't know if you were sleeping last week. They were in the top 6 headlines last week. I said that they were a wagon, and Cam Ward is the Heisman favorite. Okay.
Whoa.
They made USF look bad last week. They've made everyone look bad. Florida is that kind of. They need to play. They need to get in their season schedule, D-Buts. They haven't really played it. I mean, Florida, whatever.
That's why receiver in the
USF,
country.
whatever.
How about
Xavier Strepo? You're right. Is awesome.
How about right here?
Right here.
We're running right here. Mm-hmm. This is where. Hey, it's going right here. All right, go, and then literally untouched, right through it. That's the U.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that is the U. Gumpy, are you a U fan too? Because you're a Dolphins fan. Do you just pick up both teams down there?
Yeah, I'm all the way in on the U.
Of course.
You had the hoodie on, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
What do you want me to cheer for? Fucking UBC, University of British Columbia.
Well,
good this year.
I thought you were a Ohio State fan.
At least cheer something close to the fucking border, all right? Like pick Michigan maybe, a little closer.
You just want him near
There we
Canada?
go. Hold on, just pick the furthest place away.
Well, he's a
Got it.
Dolphins fan, so he's already in Miami football-wise.
At least he sticks with one state.
Well, no, because he likes the Red Sox, and then that's very different. And
Texas hockey.
He loves Dallas. Yeah, he loves Dallas.
Liverpool.
I forgot how much of a Dallas Stars fan he is.
Yeah, he had a Maradona. jersey.
I'm on one today.
What's your problem?
Oh, you're swinging a hot bat right now? Anybody want us to just cold FaceTime? You can drop
Just
some
piss
bars.
and vinegar right now. I don't know what's going on.
Well, that's because we're leading up to one of the most powerful segments in the history of football. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go. In the trenches with AQ Shipley. AQ,
Here we go.
I cannot wait to hear who and why are your top 5. Let's start with the number 5 performing offensive line from week 3.
The Green Bay Packers. Ty shows up in the Green Bay Packers hoodie today. Gave a little bit away all day, but listen, I love what they did. I love what he did earlier.
Way to go, Ty.
White
You fucking dickhead.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Come on, Ty.
That's disgusting.
The fuck is that about?
Yeah, seriously. I love what they've done all week. Listen, we've talked about it enough. Matt LaFleur has been in his bag. He's been doing an unbelievable job. Ty showed some clips earlier in the week. I wanted to go a little something different, so here we go. We're going to get a little zone play going to the left.
Shout out to NFL Pro on NFL Plus Premium.
Nailed it.
NFL Pro is the best. They got insights, they got stats, they got stories, they got narratives, they got all 22. They got every broadcast angle. They got replays. They got explanations.
So easy to use.
It's so fucking awesome.
And they're adding new things every week.
Literally, and they're working every single day to add shit. And I don't want to put us in this thing, but if we were to send things like, hey, you should add this, they would be like, all right.
Sounds good.
Let's go ahead and code it. They are very, I don't think they're new, obviously it takes a long time to build this type of thing, but in their existence, they are still just only getting better and better.
Yeah.
They're going to end up being its own. That's going to end up being
Without
its
a
own.
doubt.
At some point, it's going to end up being. It's awesome. Just, if you haven't used it, if you're like a football, let's say fantasy gambler, or just like a super fan that likes to talk shit, or a junkie, it is literally, not for everybody. If you're just casual, I don't think you find yourself utilizing it. But if you're in, they're making it almost too easy. People are getting too smart too quick.
Yeah.
Too many ideas. People walking into work sounding like fucking geniuses, They're like, I'm feeling pretty nicey. Let's get to the Green Bay Packers offensive line, number 5.
Let's do it.
Performing. And you hit this QR code, it takes you right to it, I believe. So,
nice.
Shout out to NFL Plus Premium NFL Pro. Shout out. All right, let's go. Green Bay Packers offensive line, number 5 performing O-line this week, AQ Shipley.
You talked about it earlier. The best offenses are showing some eye candy, some motions. There you go. You get the motions. It holds the backers. It moves the backers back. It gives a better angle for Josh Myers, the center, to climb on the backer. Now he can throttle, slow it down. Boom. Gets inside out on the linebacker. Pops him, lifts him up, and then Jacobs with a
big, gaping hole.
Doesn't get touched for 15 yards. It's incredible.
What a play by the Green Bay Packers offensive line and designed by LaFleur. He needs all the LaFleurs. Who's the number 4 ranked offensive line from week 3?
Let's stay in the NFC North with the Minnesota Vikings.
Hey.
This team has been awesome to watch. And listen, you can't talk about a team with an offensive line with better tackle tandem than they have right now. And Christian Darrisaw on the left side. And, by the way, he's out in this play because he was out for a series. They got Kessenberry in at left tackle. But Brian O'Neill on the right side from the University of Pittsburgh caves the whole right side down. C.J. Ham with a nice fit on the linebacker. You get the split zone. You get everybody working left. Fullback going to the right. He finds his way, gets on the backer, and almost scores a touchdown. Gets down to the 1-yard limit. Aaron Jones has been awesome for the Minnesota Vikings.
Hey, let's
just
talk.
kind of
He wrote a letter back to Green Bay.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
From in the Athletic
Players Tribune.
In the Players Tribune, he wrote a letter back thanking Green Bay. They're playing the Green Bay Packers this weekend. Obviously, it's going to be a huge ordeal. We thought when he went to Minnesota, he was going to be a weapon for it. He's very good football.
He has been unbelievable through the first couple weeks of the season. Yeah.
I mean, that's a.
It's kind of like a little switch trade, though, right? Because Josh Jacobs has been incredible.
Yeah, definitely. But I think, when it first happened, the thought was that it was going to be Jacobs and Aaron Jones in the backfield because they didn't necessarily have to get rid of him. But I'm glad that he's somewhere where he doesn't have to split carries and he can get a full workload.
Offensive line's awesome. Also, a big part of Sam Darnold being so damn good for Kevin O'Connell. How's he mixing run with pass?
He's doing he's been so good at this with the zone scheme, the two-back stuff, the play action off of it, and then this is what's so good about what they're doing and also what Green Bay's doing is they're making it very stress-free on their quarterback. And that is a testament to the offensive coordinator because, listen, when you can run it, when you can run the play actions, when you can get the naked and the mixes all in, and then you only have to throw 10 drop-back passes a game, it's incredible for the quarterback.
Okay, let's go to the number 3 performing offensive line from week 3. It is?
We go from worst almost to first, and that is the Carolina Panthers.
Whoa.
Unbelievable. The Carolina Panthers have been incredible. Listen, their offensive line has done some good things the last 2 weeks, and the quarterback has obviously been the main issue. But watch Robert Hunt, who comes from the Miami Dolphins. Both guards, Damian Lewis, the left guard, and Robert Hunt were their 2 big free agent acquisitions. Spent a ton of money to improve this offensive line.
There it is.
They move Austin Corbett to center, and he's making a ton of money. So they have a big investment on this offensive line. Let's just watch. I know you Pittsburgh fans in here see Bob Spillane over there on the other side. Let's just watch what happens to Bob Spillane.
Oh, no.
Robert Hunt pulls out on the screen. We throw the screen. And first guard. He gets over the top. Nope. Guess what? Boom! Coming down the barrel.
He was already engaged.
Yeah.
He was engaged with somebody else.
Two-piece.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right, AJ.
Bobby.
He was engaged. And then when he came off, we got another guy coming down the barrel.
And that's why the Carolina Panthers are number 3 ranked.
Wow.
Offensive line.
They also ran for 150 yards. They also ran for 100. And to run over 100 yards in the NFL is a huge feat. Every team on this list is running for 150 plus.
How much better do you think they feel? Because obviously, when you looked at Bryce Young's performance, whatever, from the outside looking in, you're like, man, the O-line just has to suck. They spent all this money, and now you come out and have a performance like that.
They've been good. They haven't been great, but this guy makes everything better. Andy Dalton, we saw some of the throws earlier. He is incredibly impressive throwing the football, and that only
look at
makes that whole offense more confident.
Look at 63-50. Look at this cluster of Panthers right here.
By the way,
look at max effort here at the end of this.
Look at the wideouts, too.
Yeah,
number 50 right there is one of the most massive human beings of all time. So he's out there running and just throws a little shoulder bump. Look at that. Look, his left arm's not even on him. It's just a shoulder bump.
Yeah, but it's good use of leverage, too, with a little hip toss, a little judo out there. Look at this dude down here. You're right, AJ. It's the whole – look at 63 fucking turn it on. I'm going.
Oh, yeah. Big Corbett.
Look out.
Look at him. Look at him.
All juiced up.
Yeah, look at him point.
They're finishing plays.
Dude, look at the Panthers. Wait a second. Good for them. All right, who's the number 2 ranked offensive line of NFL Week 3 in the trenches with AQ Shipley?
The Detroit Lions.
Wow.
They're back. They had a game where they got away from the run game. I was boots on the ground watching this thing in the end zone, and I've never seen more big gaping holes in this game. Here's one of them. Let's watch the left side first. You're going to see Taylor Decker and the left guard. They're going to fake like they're running a deuce block and showing a gap scheme. D-tackle has no idea. Taylor's going to swim them outside, get them up the field, and you run the trap up underneath them.
So that was a planned setup.
Complete setup. They're just literally selling, and then both guard and tackle to the play side has each backer. So left tackle has the left backer, right guard has to get up on the right backer. He's through untouched for 15 yards.
That's pretty nimble of those boys.
Lions can block.
Yeah, and also D lineman has to think he's going to get double teamed right there.
And defensive linemen, listen, most people don't realize this. Offensive linemen, you play flat-footed. Defensive linemen, they're on their toes. They're expecting contact. So when you avoid, you can use their weight against them because all their weight's going forward, and that's exactly what happens here. He can't recover, almost falls, just takes himself completely out of the play.
Now, Ragnow tore his pec. Partial tear of his left pec. He's obviously
that's a big loss if he doesn't play. But he's saying Foxy's saying that he wants to continue to play.
Yeah, he's telling
Campbell's
MCDC he wants to go on Monday, but MCDC is saying, "Hey, we'll see you. We got to make sure you're in this for the long haul."
Oh no, man! I tore tit one time.
And so they play on Monday.
Hurts, man.
And then they have a bye after that, so I'd be surprised if he goes.
Is 2 weeks going to be enough to heal a torn pec? I don't know.
Didn't Ragnow come back from a broken throat?
Yeah, broken throat, and then he had knee surgery last year and came back like 2 weeks later.
Pec is like a surgery thing.
Jawan Bentley tore his pec for the Patriots after week 2. He's out for the year.
Yeah, it is partially torn, not full.
Yeah, true.
And it sucks. You pointed out the. It's a big part of the.
That's a big part of offensive line.
Yeah, benching is a big part of the.
Yeah,
because you guys are trying to hold the shit out of people.
Yep.
You're trying to hit them, and then you're trying to turn that thing.
Twist them.
You're trying to punch them right there in the chest, and then turn that thing, and then you got them locked in.
Then it's all there.
Guard for the Steelers, Isaac Siamalu. He did the same thing, I believe, and he missed the first 3 games. Probably going to miss this week as well. He just started practicing, so that was like a 4-week injury at least for him.
Okay, and Ragnow, he's going to play if he can.
One last note about Ragnow's toughness. This play happened where he hurt his pec. First quarter, 2 minutes left, which means he played the rest of the game.
And it happened on a play that was a no play, right?
It was a no play. Whistle
play
dead.
was blown dead, and then he tears his. That sucks. Ragnow's a dog, though. Massive respect to the Detroit Lions, the number 2 performing offensive line of NFL Week 3. Who will be the number 1 performing offensive line here in the trenches?
Number 1 offensive line all the way back, the Baltimore Ravens.
Wow.
275 yards rushing this week. It was incredible. It was back to what they do. It was getting Ricard involved. It was zone reads. But here we go. Here we go right here. You got Patrick Ricard on the right side. Look, he's lined up as like a second tight end. And when they went 22 personnel, they had their 3 biggest runs of the game. Right here, 22 personnel, 2 tights. Obviously, you see the 2 tights sandwiching Ricard in the middle there, and then you get Derrick Henry in the backfield. You're going to notice the left guard, Tyler Voorhees. Notice his number 6 playing. That's a safety in the box. He plays over the top. He follows him, and anytime you run duo's where you get a bunch of double teams to the front side, you get this backside cut when they play over the top, and that is exactly where Derrick Henry hits it. He sees all the people to the left. It's like, hey, there's too many people over here. And then when you get 6 flowing over the top, which again goes back to the shitty run fits by Dallas, we get the cutback where nobody is, and then he hits it going 100 miles an hour down the backside A-gap, B-gap.
And they're all diving in there.
Yeah. Look at that. Nice. They don't even block 50, by the way. That's the mic. The right guard screws this up. Don't even block 50, but everything else, all the action has everything to the front side, and he gets the cutback. Watch this stiff arm. Bang! Boom! Puts him in the ground.
Derrick Henry's back. Derrick Henry's back.
It's back-to-back weeks. Top line played against the Cowboys.
Now we get Ricard back in the backfield on the second play.
Maybe we shouldn't. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't judge Dallas, or maybe we should be judging Dallas. We don't know how this is going to go yet.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both.
Is it the best offensive lines they've been going against, or are they making the offensive lines look like the best offensive lines? TBD as In the Trenches rolls on this season.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of both. Exactly. Listen, on this one,
number 1 offensive line.
Yeah, the Jags are going to be number 1 next week, right? You got Patrick Ricard on the front side. We're going to run a zone. They're going to climb up to 28 on the front side. Front side tackle and tight end are going to work up to 28. Fullback is going to insert on 35. This is old school football right here. Ooh. Get the ISO with Ricard on a guy who's much smaller with a shitty run fit who wanted no part of it, by the way. And then the rest of the guys do a great job. We get a great little out block by 72. He seals, and then everybody else just kind of washes. You get the wall behind. Jeez. 6 wants no part of this. He had a shitty run fit on the last one. He wants no part of Derrick Henry in the open field. And we get the cut.
That's all he's paid.
This is what Derrick Henry does, and he gets in the end.
Fair matchup.
That isn't a fair match.
275 yards rushing, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, here, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Here is the top 5 officially, and the gold helmets mean they've been there before.
That's right.
Oh, beast.
NFC North football right there.
That's right, baby.
Sick graphic.
3 out of 5. Let's go.
Hey, that's a good division. You got a good offensive line, you're going to win a lot of games. That's kind of how football is. A lot of injuries to offensive linemen around the league. How will they bounce back? How will they recover? What's the depth of offensive linemen? That has been questioned for last 5 years. I guess we're going to find out.
Find out real quick.
Hey, good work, AQ.
I bet the Colts are going to be on there today.
The Colts, should have been.
I thought they were.
Colts are right there. The only thing
They're 6.
There's a
Don't
lie.
Don't lie. 6?
Are they 6?
Yeah, let's put them 6 this week. Sure.
Okay,
They're right outside.
Top 6. I don't know.
You're just saying fuck it.
No, there's them, there's the Bills, there's the Eagles, and listen, all 3 of them had great rushing performances. But the big thing that I'm trying to make a point about is you can have 150 yards rushing, and it's not always extremely blocked well by the guys up front. Like there's plenty of plays where it's like a stalemate, you get a little bounce, and Jonathan Taylor's gone for 50. Like that's not extremely well blocked play. Am I speaking specifically?
Yeah, it sounded a little bit.
Did you see us? Basically a rugby scrum. We just pushed him, 4 yards?
Yeah,
well done.
Quarterback, a part of the.
It looked like the quarterback did the pushing.
Exactly.
Bingo.
Trench's mentality.
Is he part of the O-line?
Yeah, he wants to be.
He does go to the O-line.
Throws like it.
Hey,
Huge. That was Tony.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Tony.
Sorry, we got him this week.
Tony, that's not a smart thing to say. Football guy.
Now,
Trust me, I
Colts are
know.
doing some good things up front. Colts are doing some good things. Philly was right there.
Number
Buffalo
1
Bills, same thing. They were right there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, congrats to all the teams.
Top 5.
Diggs.
Tony, you need to watch it, pal.
Listen, you guys have already started. I made one comment. I don't feel good about it. Trust me, I don't. I really don't.
You are worried about the Lighthouse.
Well, yeah, because everyone thinks Steelers are going to win by 30.
Not everyone.
Who's that?
That's quarterback.
Yeah,
Everyone except for like 3 people.
Who's that?
You, D-Butts, and, well, maybe just 2 people.
The flow.
The flow.
We need him to bring some bars this week.
That was a big game for Flo because they were calling for his head if we lost another one.
Who was? The Flow?
Yeah,
a lot of people.
Everyone's starting to turn on the flow.
How could
Dumpy
you?
specifically.
Barham Dahn with Josh Downs.
I didn't love it.
Come on.
That's what I'm saying. We need a better
He
bar
is
this
better
week.
than that.
Steelers, he'll do something. Steel, the joy.
Yeah.
Steal him, Don.
Who were we trying to fire?
Yeah, exactly. AQ. They think this guy is national. You guys think he's international.
Yes.
Duh.
What are you talking about? This is our horse.
Oh, I've seen this guy. He's still doing this?
What do you mean?
Time's charm.
Still
Full-time job.
Pay $10 million a year.
He's had hat on.
Fresh cut.
We won. We beat the Bears.
Cheerleaders. The Colts sent the cheerleaders and Bluey over there.
Bluey
wasn't there.
Bluey is an incredible cartoon out of Australia.
He's kind of a scumbag.
Who?
The flow?
Not Bluey, not DeFlo. I'm talking about Blue.
None of those people are scumbags.
Blue really gets his rocks off on hitting those football players on the field, huh?
The mascot versus kids game is certainly something. Because
that was an Indy?
Yeah, I watched it this weekend. Saw a Savannah Banana guy was there. That was good to see.
Really?
Was Indianapolis.
Was Jim commentating it?
Who?
Ursay?
I don't think he was doing commentary.
Okay.
I don't think he was.
Was Tyler there?
Tyler was there,
Yeah, Tyler
These kids are just getting tossed around, though.
yeah.
Wait a second. What are we doing?
These mascots are scumbags.
Is that legal?
Good question.
Why don't
It doesn't look like it.
One of these kids needs to take one of these dudes out hard.
Like, look at this scumbag.
Like, come on. Now, what if he tore that kid's ACL?
Dude, I'm telling you, look at this. These videos come out every single year. Every single
Go back
year.
at that dude. Go back at Bluey.
Hey.
It's like that's
I mean,
We
he's
can't be
celebrating.
can't thrust into these kids' faces.
The
Come
game
on.
ended with Blue scoring a touchdown. Hey, man,
What are we doing?
these are adults.
Lower your head and run one of those guys over.
All right, there's a touchdown. It's a good touch. Oh, no.
Oh,
Air Blues.
Hey, way to go, kid.
That was good.
Way to go. Oh. All right, arms almost gave out there, but he followed through. That guy's a player. Wow. And here's the offense. Blues running quarterback.
I gotta play quarterback.
Kids playing blitz, bringing a blitz.
Take his legs out. Topple him.
Like that's a broken neck.
Jeez.
Oh,
That's
my
a pretty
God.
good
Great,
hit.
good tackle.
I like that tackle.
Good
This kid said, I'm sick of it. Stiff arm to the face.
Man, we need to start headhunting these mascots.
Agreed. We need to get the kids team together and have a conversation with them beforehand.
We should play them.
How about we get a retired former players game going against the Mets?
I'll play.
Yeah,
I'll play.
That's what I
this
mean.
one.
Okay, you'll play for free. If it's going to happen at halftime here, you'll play for free. You'll play for
100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
I'm in.
I don't even want to wear pads.
Whoa.
yeah, Blue scored a touchdown. That's
Oh
good.
wow.
Blue big time catch.
Kick him in the.
Wearing cleats.
AQ, your arm went numb today from throwing a football.
It was a basketball shot, actually. Complete burner.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you want to do a giveaway or what?
Sure.
All right.
So do it.
I will say Blue, anytime there's a mascot, athletic, anything, Blue should be the one throwing the football.
Sure.
That he's guy can spin it.
Can't be doing the thrust thing around kids.
Agreed. That's an
Okay,
interesting
Blue.
move. It's a very interesting
Cannot.
move. Very interesting move. Speaking of mascots, we didn't talk about this week. Kaylee Hartung of the Today Show
my
and
God.
Amazon Prime Thursday Night Football.
Jeez. Yeah.
She jumped off the ledge
Legend.
at the top of the Mercedes-Benz Stadium down in Atlanta.
What?
Like where look at this. This is where the Falcon comes in and brings the game ball in. Kaylee Hartung of the Today Show and Thursday Night Football is up there doing a piece on this entire thing, like electrifying, because obviously it is. And I did not know where this video was headed. I had no idea where it was headed. Look at this shit. Right to the edge. With holding camera herself. Fuck it. Goes. Is that not all?
That's crazy.
I'm not doing that.
No way. She's holding the camera herself. And then look, she flips upside down, goes, so what? Now what? Does the entire. It's boom. That's pretty dope. I mean, that is commitment to a bit, which we respect. And I mean, we've all seen the videos of people on the internet standing at the edge of a ledge about to do bungee jumping.
Oh, yeah.
They're told 1,000 times the bungee's good, but when you get there, is it?
Yeah.
And then she literally, I mean, what a moment.
Man.
Legend.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. The Atlanta Falcon, though, jumping off of that thing every time, electrifying. Jax, him, DeVille down there in Jacksonville, he might be their most valuable asset, that Jacksonville Jaguars.
By far.
He's not getting paid the most, but he might be the most valuable asset. He jumps off the top. It takes us a special moment there where you got to decide whether you're going to shit or get off the pot.
Yeah.
And to go. Pretty awesome. Speaking of, why don't you win some people some money?
Here we go.
What are you going to do? Throwing a football into that hoop right over there? Yeah. Third different Navy SEAL shirt that you've worn on this particular program. The other ones had the actual seal on your chest or the emblem. Now there's a seal on your back, on your spine, obviously, because that is you to your core.
Yep.
Cover your back.
Love you, troops.
Thank you. Thank you.
Seals got your back.
Thanks to the troops. Thank you.
Wants an Army Ranger camp in Carolina.
Cool.
It's in Texas. You wash your heat.
Well, and
Wash your heat. You better prepare. Get that ghillie suit prepared.
help with that wall.
November, okay. Hopefully, it'll be a little cool.
Hey,
you could throw-
everyone wants it now, brother.
If you could throw that football, it does feel like if you could throw that football into that basketball hoop right over there, we will give 30 people $500 on this What in the Trenches Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. AQ Shipley for the people. 30 people. 5. Did you warm up?
Oh,
Damn.
You did not warm
it's all
up.
right.
Nah,
You were throwing basketballs?
Yeah, he was doing basketballs earlier.
He doesn't need it.
Okay,
He
we got
doesn't
time.
need
We got time.
That's why his arm's all fucked up.
Darius Butler has a little motivational message to say to you.
You know what? Just step up, let it rip, AQ.
30 people, $500. If the man that was called Bill Goldberg earlier can put that football into that basketball hoop right over there. Come on, Bill. William!
Oh, that was a good throw, though.
Close.
Good throw.
Who's next? AJ Hawk has something very motivating.
Is that Goldberg?
Holy shit.
I mean, he looks exactly like him.
Yeah, you do. You got to do the face thing, though.
What was that?
You know it.
All right.
Yeah.
Looks a little bit like Cyrus the
There it
Virus,
is.
though.
That looks good.
Con Air.
Why? He's making you do the puppet thing.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing. He was asking you here.
Spit a little bit and
How much could you dance for?
Cyrus the Virus.
Cyrus the virus. He does.
Yeah.
AJ Hawk
Well
has
said.
a motivational message for you, AQ, before you try to win 30 people $500.
Well, I have a question, actually. AQ, when you're wearing no socks and those rubber shoes, you don't get blisters all day?
No blisters.
Do you slip inside of it, though? Do your feet slip?
Yeah, you have to
I'm
slip it.
sliding around like crazy.
Okay. Slick track.
yeah.
Slick track. AJ, any motivational quotes to say to him or just questions about his footwear?
Just pull the trigger, AQ. You look like you were right on line these last couple throws.
He wasn't. Certainly missed one left, one right. Here we go. 30 people, $500.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was
right
close,
on.
though.
Yep.
Short.
A little more.
That
a little
one's
more.
right on the line right there.
Third time's a
How
charm.
much does each one of your calves weigh? Like 80 pounds?
You do look like a couple honey baked hams.
Your calves are legit, AQ.
Stacked.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's why he wears these canes. He's sliding around. He's going.
Unbelievable.
You know those shoes that you have the toe thing on?
Yep.
Oh, the jump shoes. Yeah, I had those.
Yeah, that's what he wears other than these. It's Crocs, these, and those shoes.
That'd be awesome to watch it.
Boston Connor has a little motivational message for you, AQ.
Yeah, if you don't make this, everyone's going to think you're a bitch.
Dog.
Chuck
whoa.
just made it last week. You made it last week. So then, what'd you get, worse from last week? That's a bitch move, dog.
We're either getting better or getting worse. 30 people, $500. Did you get better or did you stay the same?
I got better.
We'll see.
All right, here we go. This one's in.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
What happened this last week?
People are talking.
People be talking. Talking about people. Ty Schmidt has something for you that's going to make this ball go into the Super Shirt.
Hey, Q, in the words of your favorite president ever, Joe Biden. Come on, man. Throw it in there.
30 people, $500.
Come on, AQ.
I knew that would have a chance.
I thought for sure that was making it.
Made Sleepy Joe proud there.
All right. Of course, we can't fucking do anything.
Ty, you got something for this throw, Ty?
You got another one.
I mean, that was the end all be all. I thought for sure you were fucking.
How did that get you inspired? I don't know. What's the deal?
Yeah, what the
Do it for Joe's VP.
Let's head to let's head to Hammer. Dahn. Tone, any motivational messages here for a man who's now going to be throwing a much smaller, more gimmick football?
Well, it's good he's throwing a smaller, more gimmick football because once again, I had to go wake him up in his hotel room this morning, and I know he's light on fluids because I saw that hotel room. So just, go out there.
Heavy on lotion, light on fluids. That's AQ Shipley Hotel football. Now, the issue here, you had to go in there and sound the alarm for this guy?
So I had to go to the front desk and say, can you call Mr. Shipley's room? And she called up and said, excuse me, Mr. Shipley, your AQ is here. And I was like, that's not what I said to do.
Okay, all right, sweet. Happy that you went in there and woke him up like it's a school day. AQ, on that note, I think you need to bury this football into that hoop right over there. 30 people, $500 because you woke up today. You showed up today. Baseball.
That looked good.
Good throw.
Bonus ball. Bonus ball lives.
Watch the lava.
Lava. Here we go.
Bonus ball.
Hit this thing.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
Too strong. You got too jacked up. Just like the lotion. All right.
Baby oil.
Whoa. People are saying maybe not even baby oil. Maybe there's something else in those balls. Why would they seize baby oil? Or there must be a little drugs in there or something. It's like never ending. I watched 45 minutes of videos.
I'm going down a rabbit hole.
Dude, don't do it.
Real.
I'm telling you, you'll never get out of it.
Don't do
You'll
it.
never get out of it.
You got it.
You'll never get out of it.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to sit on a plane while everybody else gets off of it.
Yeah.
30 people, $500. All you got to do is put that football into that hoop right over there.
How does that go in and out?
Wow.
Well, we know. This is Connor and Darius.
On that room.
Oh, man.
They usually drop.
Do they?
Yeah.
That's
Good
nice.
touch.
For some people, they do, don't they?
What just happened?
Foxy, that's kind of our life right there.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot recently.
Hey, look, when you're the champs, you're the champs. You guys just don't know what it's like.
All right, we got a Duke here. We didn't get those bounce and wear champ. We played nice, clean 33.
That's weird.
You guys knocking down shots though at a rate right now that is certainly impressive. I'm incredibly
good.
proud.
I didn't deserve that. I did not.
You did.
Well, I think some people would probably say you did.
I'd say you did. You've been an asshole all day. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't Nick. That was
That's
Gumpy,
Gumpy.
actually. I'm sure Nick could probably get in on it, too, if he really wanted to. But nonetheless, 30 people, $500 AQ. You're throwing to Duke. This is what it's all about. NFL ball. Buckets! Next week, maybe. We're out of balls. All right. That's been a fun day. Way to go. Not everybody's a winner. We don't get participation trophies around here. You got to earn it. Oh, my God.
That goes in.
We would have counted it.
Yep.
Good if it goes. Thank you. Good work today, pal. Way to go. Damn. D-Butch, great work this week.
Great work.
Boys in the back, great work. AJ Hawk, way to go. JJ Watt, wow. Shams, Jet, thank you all so much. Thank you all for watching. Hey, Tone, why don't you come out from here?
Come in! Like the dinner bell.
That's what AQ was doing.
Be your friend, tell
There you go, Zeke.
Be your friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. We're in this thing together. Team on me. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team. Goodbye.